Welcome to AS Engineering Academy and AS Online. This is Ramesh Pabba, faculty at AS Engineering Academy. Here I am with a special information related to Pre-GATE 2025 Instrumentation Engineering paper. We are conducting pre-GATE exam and we have given the questions in the jumbled way just like a main GATE exam. But we are providing video solutions for all questions. And these video solutions are categorized subject wise, offering a clear and structured way of understanding each and every question in detail. Thereby, every student can complete one subject at a time. So this is the main advantage of giving the video solutions according to the subject wise. In addition to this, one more special information is there. Based on many number of students request, we are hosting, that is our AS management is hosting a free mock test online exam. Guys, it is a free mock test and this exam we are going to conduct on 26th January 2025. This exam we are conducting in two sessions. In forenoon session, civil paper, mechanical paper, instrumentation paper and DA paper will be conducted. And in the afternoon session, electronics paper, electrical paper, production paper and CSIT paper will be conducted. And the last date for applying for this exam is 24th January. And we are going to announce the results of this exam on 27th January at around 6 p.m. 27th January, we are going to announce the result. The advantage of writing this exam is you can get real-time experience for GATE 2025 test pattern. And in this, virtual calculator will be enabled and we are providing all India rank. Therefore, you can analyze where you are standing. So that's why I am suggesting the students to register for this exam, apply for this exam and write this exam. And in order to register or apply for this exam, you can scan this QR, right? You can go for registration and prepare well. All the best. Thank you.
Hi, we'll discuss some questions which were asked in pre-GATE examination of instrumentation branch from the subject networks. Okay, so the question is given like this. The network of figure was initially in the steady state with the switch in the position A. At t equals to 0, the switch goes from A to B. What is the expression for voltage V of t for t greater than 0? He said, he has given some circuit and he said that the switch is in position A till t equals to 0 or t equals to 0 minus. And at t equals to 0, he is moving the switch from A to B. Okay. Now, if you move the switch, what is the expression for this voltage? He is asking. Okay, right. So, here you have memory elements like inductors. So, definitely it will store the energy in the form of magnetic field. So, try to calculate the energy or try to calculate the initial conditions of this inductor. Okay. So, from minus infinity to from t equals to infinity to t equals to 0 minus, this source is connected with respect to this 2 Henry's inductor for a long time. Okay, because the switch is in position A from minus infinity to 0 minus. So, as the source is connected for a long time, definitely the inductor will reach steady state. So, I can say that at t equals to 0 minus, the network is in steady state. If the network is in steady state, inductor will be act like what? Inductor acts like short circuit. Yes or no? So, if you see here, if inductor is short circuited, 2 volts divided by 2, you will get a current flow of how much? IL of 0 minus is going to be 2 by 2, 1 ampere. Now, if you move the switch from A to B at t equals to 0, this inductor is going to release the energy towards this resistor and inductor. 1 ohm resistor, 1 Henry inductor. Now, while it is delivering the energy, what is the voltage expression he is asking? What is the voltage across these two terminals is asking. So, let us see that expression. Okay, anyhow, we have seen this one, IL of 0 minus, we have got it as how much? IL of 0 minus, we have got it as 1 ampere, which is also equals to IL of 0 plus. So, that initial current I have substituted here, That initial current I have substituted here after moving the switch to position B. Okay, right. So here I have written the network in terms of S domain. I have written the network in terms of S domain. So you can do that. And even this one also you can, if you want to write, you can write this as, this is actually I naught, na? So I naught by S, actually you should write it as 1 ampere, 1 by S you should write, if you write in terms of Laplace domain. Now, this is looking like a practical current source. You can convert into voltage source manner. So if you convert into voltage source manner, it will be 2S ohms, and this will be, current direction is downward, so definitely it should be positive side. Positive polarity will be downward and negative polarity will be upward. So this is my positive. Now what is the voltage source value? Current into this ohmic value, na? So 1 by S into 2S, you will get it as 2. Okay, so this is my equivalent voltage source of this current source representation. Now the remaining elements are 1 ohm and then 1 Henry inductor, and that is converted into S domain, so S ohms. So I have this V of S like this. Okay, so once you get V of S, now you can solve for the expression like nodal analysis you can apply. So if you apply nodal analysis, this is one current and this is one current and this is one current. You can write it as V of S plus 2 divided by 2S, V of S by 1, V of S by S is equals to 0, because all the currents, I am assuming that all the currents are leaving from the node. So I can I write on this side, if I write on this side, V of S plus 2 by 2S plus V of S by 1 plus V of S by S is equals to 0. Now you can take up V of S as common. If you take up V of S as common, you will get it as 1 by 2S here plus 1 by S. Now here we have got 2 by 2S. So you will get it as 1 by S, and on to the right side you will get it as minus 1 by S. Okay. So now V of S expression will be like this, minus 1 by S divided by 1 by 2S plus 1 by S. So if you try to solve this one, it end up with like this. So there is an expression V of S, you will get it as minus 1 by S plus 1.5. So we need what do we need? We need voltage expression in time domain. So he has given the options like this. So in time domain, if you convert, so apply inverse Laplace transform, you will get V of t as minus 1 into e power minus 1.5 t. So this is your voltage expression in time domain. So let us check that answer, minus 1 into e power minus 1.5 t. Minus 1, this might be satisfying. So option D could be the correct answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now we'll see another question. The value of current I in amperes in the network shown in figure is. So he has given a network here and is asking the value of current I. Where is I? Here is the I. Okay, so you see here some dependent sources are there, and he has mentioned like this. So I have a current I here which is entering at this node, and from that same node 2 amperes is leaving. Okay, so we want I value. So you can apply either KCL or KVL, so and try to solve for it. I am going like this. So if I current is entering and out of that 2 amperes is leaving, remaining current how much will leave in this side? So I minus 2, na? I minus 2 amperes will flow, right? So I know each and every branch current. So what I am doing is I am writing KVL equation. So let me write KVL equation. If I write KVL equation, plus 3Vx. Next, assume the polarities according to the current direction, minus 5i. I am considering leaving polarities, plus 3Vx minus 5i. This is voltage drop minus 4 and minus Vx is equals to 0. Right. So let me solve this one. 3Vx minus 2 minus Vx, it will be 2Vx minus 5i is equals to 4. What do we want? We want I value, but we have got Vx also here. Two unknowns are there. So solve for Vx. How can you write Vx in terms of I? You see here Vx is the voltage drop across this 2 ohms. Now can you tell me Vx is equals to? Vx is equal to voltage drop across 2 ohms. 2 into the current. 2 into what is the current? Current is also flowing from top to bottom. So the polarity is also going to be positive and negative. So give according to the given polarities only. Be careful. If the current flows from bottom to top, be careful. The polarities will be reversed. Okay. So 2 into I minus 2. So you'll get it as 2I minus 4. So wherever Vx is there, I can replace it as 2I minus 4. So 2 into 2I minus 4 minus 5I is equals to 4. So if you solve 4I here and 5I here, so 4I minus 5I minus I, you will get 2 4s are 8, minus 8, send out to the right side, you will get it as plus 8. So you will be getting it as I is equals to minus 12 amperes. So your I probably, what could be the answer? The I probably minus 12 amperes. So this could be the probable answer. Okay. I hope it is clear. Just simply KVL you can take up and you will get the answer. We will see another question. The following equation referred to a two-port network shown below. So I have a two-port network equation like this. Voltage values V1 in terms of I1 and I2, V2 in terms of I1 and I2 he has given. So by looking at this expressions, you'll get to know that it's a Z parameter model, no doubt, because V is equals to current into resistance, current into impedance model. Na? So Z parameter or you can impedance parameters model. So he has given a two-port network also. He has given a two-port network and he is asking that if a load resistance of 3 ohms is connected across port 2, then the input impedance is dash. Okay, he is asking input impedance Zin. Okay, Zin. When if a 3 ohms of resistance is connected across this second port. Okay, so I have two equations. Now from these equations, I want input impedance. Input impedance is nothing but what? Can I call this as V1 by I1? Yes or no? Input impedance is nothing but voltage divided by current. Input port 1 voltage divided by port 1 current. So V1 equation I have. V1 equation in terms of I1 and I2. So if you can replace this I2 in terms of I1, then that's good. If you can replace this I2 in terms of I1, that's good. Okay. So how can you replace this? Take the help of second equation. Take the help of second equation. What is V2? Can you write V2 in terms of I1 or otherwise I2? Yes, we can write. You see here, the current I2 is entering here and leaves I2 here. So if it leaves like this, you will get V2 as minus 3 times I2. Because port polarities, the second port polarities are positive and negative, but actual voltage drop you are getting it as negative and positive, so opposite. So that's the reason why I have taken it as minus 3I2. So you can replace V2 as minus 3I2. So if I replace here, minus 3 times I2 is equals to 2 times I1 plus I2. Send this I2 onto the left side, you will get it as minus 4 times I2 is equals to 2 times I1. Now I can replace this I2 in terms of I1. So I2 is equals to, this will be 2 by 4, you will get it as minus I1 by 2. Minus I1 by 2. So now if I rewrite this one, V1 is equals to 5 times I1 plus 2 times I2. Na? What is I2? I2 is minus I1 by 2. So now 2 can be cancelled. So minus I1, this will be 5I1 minus I1. You will get it as 4I1. So V1 by I1, which is nothing but input impedance or Z11 is equals to 4 ohms. So I am getting the value as around 4 ohms. So this could be the probable answer. Okay. Right.
So I am going to discuss the pre-gate instrumentation questions, control system subject. First question, the open loop transfer function of a unity feedback control system is 2k by s into 2s plus 20. For the damping ratio given zeta 0.5, the value of k must be equal to, means given here here given g of s. G of s equal to 2k divided by s if I product it 2s square plus 20s given, and mentioned here unity feedback means h of s equal to 1 is given. Then find closed loop transfer function. So closed loop transfer function C of s by R of s equal to 2k divided by 2s square plus 20s plus 2k. Compare with standard form. Compare with standard form. With the standard form of second order system, that is omega n square by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So before comparing, you have to here divide with what? 2. If you divide with 2, then C of s by R of s equal to k divided by s square plus 10s plus k. So compare it, this to compare. K equal to omega n square. 2 zeta omega n equal to 10. Zeta 0.5 given. 2 into 0.5 into omega n equal to 10. So omega n equal to 10 radians per second. K equal to what? Omega n square. So that means 10 square, that equal to 100. So answer is 100. Next, second one, the gain C by R of given signal flow graph is. Simply observe here, there are two forward paths. One is 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one is 3. There are two loops are there here. There are two loops are there here. This is what? Loop 1. This is what? Loop 2. So if I write C by R equal to first forward path 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. To this loop 1 is touching, loop 2 is touching. Plus second forward path is 3. To this also both the loops touching. Divided by first loop gain is plus 4. Opposite sign of loop gain 4. Opposite sign of second loop gain also 4. Solve it here. 24 plus 3, 27 by 9. That equal to 3. Third question. Closed loop system gain is asking sensitivity of the overall system with respect to H. Simply directly use the formula. Solution is simply SMH equal to what is the formula? Minus GH by 1 plus GH. So minus G is 6, H is 0.5 divided by 1 plus 6 into 0.5. Then minus 3 by 4. Minus 0.75. Answer is C. Next, given a characteristic equation, is asking how many negative real roots, how many positive, how many imaginary. So you have to use the RH criteria. We'll use it. Q of S equal to what is given? 1 minute. S power 5 minus 3s power 4 plus 5s cube minus 7s square. Minus 7s square plus 4s plus 20 equal to 0. Write out the tabular form. S power 5, S power 4, S cube, S square, S power 1, S power 0. So first one 1, alternate is here 5, alternate is here 4, next here minus 3, alternate minus 7, alternate 20. Next here minus 15 plus 7, minus 8, minus 8 by minus 3. Next again minus 12 minus 20. So that means minus 32 divided by minus 3. Minus minus plus minus minus plus. Then this 20 we can bring in diagonally. Here also 20. Now again you solve it here. If you solve it here, you will get it 5. Then if you solve here, this will become 0, this will become 0. You will get the what? 1 row of 0 you will get. 1 row of 0. So that means you need to write the what? Auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation order is second order. Second order. Auxiliary equation order, second order. So then this is s square. This is what? S power 0. So what is the auxiliary equation here? 5s square plus 20. 5 square plus 20. Auxiliary equation is. So auxiliary 20. So if you divide it, this differentiate it, differentiate the auxiliary equation, you will get 10s. That means here the factor is 10. Then simply we can divide the auxiliary equation below and above. Below auxiliary equation, above auxiliary equation. Below auxiliary equation, no sign change. That means what? The roots will come on the imaginary axis. Or you find the roots for auxiliary simply. What are the roots for auxiliary? 5 1 ja, 5 4 ja. S equal to. So what I will get? S square plus 4 equal to 0. So S equal to what? Plus or minus J2 will get. That means one pole at plus J2, another pole at minus J2. Two poles on J omega axis. Then above auxiliary 3 rows are there. 3 rows mean 3 poles. So in a 3 poles there are 2 sign changes are there. That means what? 2 roots in the right, total 3 na, 1 root in the left. So that means 1 root left, 1 pole left and 2 poles right, 2 poles j omega. Observe the options. Observe the options. 1 negative real root. Correct only na? 1 negative real. Yes or no? 1 negative real. Check it. 1 negative real. Next, 2 negative real wrong. 1 positive real also wrong na? 1 positive. 2 positive na? Check it. 2 positive. Next, 2 imaginary also correct. Yes or no? So the answer is what? A and D. Right. Next, for the system, which of the following statement is true? So you have to check the here controllability as well as stability. So first check the controllability. For controllability, QC we have to take it na. So QC 2 by 2 matrix. QC equal to, I can write here B, A, B. So what is B here? Tell 0, 1. So AB product it here 0 into, you product it, A matrix product with this here dot. So product it here, come on tell, minus 1 into 0, 0. 2 into 1 here, 2. Next again, second row you can calculate here 0, 1 into 2, 2. Then find the debt here. So what is the debt of QC you are getting? Debt of QC will get minus 2, not equal to 0. That means controllable. Not equal to 0 means controllable. First write B matrix, then write product. This is A, AB matrix. So row into column, first element, second row into column, second element. So it is a what? Controllable. That means what? There is a chance for B as well as A. Next you have to check the stability. How we can check the stability? Characteristic equation you have to write. What is the characteristic equation? Det of Si minus A equal to 0. First write Si minus A. So what is Si minus A? Tell. Write first S diagonally. Take opposite sign of A. Means here minus 1 is there, means here plus 1. Next again 2 means minus 2. Then again 0. Here minus 2. Opposite sign minus 2. So this is Si minus A. Take it det. Characteristic equation. Det of S plus 1 minus 2 0 S minus 2 equal to 0. What is the characteristic equation? S plus 1 S minus 2 equal to 0. Then S equal to what? Minus 1 plus 2. That means what? One pole right, one pole left, one pole right. So system what happened? This is plus 2 minus 1. System become what? Unstable. 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 And what is the answer? Tell. So system is controllable but unstable. Option B. Next. See, in a root locus diagram they are given. They are asking simply what? The K value they are asking. The S equal to J3 lies on the root locus. What is the K value they are asking? So locate the poles and zeros in the S plane. You locate poles and zeros in the S plane. So what happened? One pole at where? Origin, S equal to 0. One pole at where? Minus 1. One pole at where? Minus 9. One pole at minus 9. The given point is J3. This is J3. Now use the what? Product of lengths. Directly will get the answer. So product of lengths, use it. So for example, this length is how much? 3. This length is 1. This length is 9. Then what is this length? Tell. So root of 1 square plus 3 square means 9. So this length is root 10. What about this length? Tell. 9 root of 9 square plus 3 square. So that means 81 plus 81 90. So root 90. So now use the product of lengths. So product of lengths. So what is the formula? Product of lengths from this the point. Point to poles divided by product of length point to zeros. So first length, what is the length to this pole? 3. This pole origin 3. This length root 10. This length root 90. Divided by no zeros means 1. Then what you are getting? Tell. 3 into this will become 30 na? Divided by 1 means you will get K equal to 90. So that means the answer is D. So that's all.
Instrumentation questions, right, from the digital electronics. A 2's complement representation of a decimal number x is F3H in hexadecimal. So what is the value of x? What is the value of x? So he has given the value of number in hexadecimal F3H. To identify the sign bit of this particular number, you need to convert this hexadecimal code into binary. Then you can look at the MSB. You know well, if MSB is 1, the number should be considered as negative and it is a complemented number. In order to get back original number, again we need to apply complement. This is the rule. Sir, if you find MSB as 0, we can say that is the original number and positive number. No need to apply any complement. You can directly write its magnitude. Okay. So F3H is in hexadecimal, right? If you convert it into binary, 1111, 0011. This is in binary. and this is the most significant bit. What is the MSB bit? 1. So directly I am following the rules here. MSB 1 indicates negative number. Without fail, you take negative sign first. In order to get the original number, apply complement. Which complement? 2's complement. Sir, how do you know? Examiner provided that system is in 2's complement. Okay. So if you apply the 2's complement, whatever may be the method that you know, converting the number into 2's complement number, you apply. Okay. Apply 1's complement and add 1. Whatever may be the technique you can use. Then you will get, after applying the 2's complement, you will get 00, 00, 1, 1, 0, 1. So you do not change the sign, okay? You have to carry the sign as it is. What is the magnitude? 1101, 13. So that minus 13 is the value in decimal. So that minus 13, D is a correct option. We'll go for, because he is asking the value in decimal. We'll go for the next question. What is the largest output voltage? Largest output voltage means what? Full scale. Full scale output, okay, of a 6-bit DAC. And it is already producing actually the 2.5 volts for the input of something like this. And the rightmost bit, see, this bit is actually considered as LSB. It's default LSB bit. Left one is a MSB bit. So please don't confuse with this particular binary sequence by looking at a single one. So some students by mistake they are taking that as LSB, and LSB is nothing but resolution, of course, but it is not a LSB, right? MSB side one is given. So it's a mid-scale value. You can solve this through mid-scale value or calculations, or otherwise direct you can use the formula. What is a VDAC? VDAC is equals to resolution into decimal equivalent of a binary. What is the decimal equivalent of this binary? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So this value is 32. Okay. And what is the VDAC? For this particular binary, 2.5 volts. 2.5 volts. So that from this, you can calculate the resolution. Resolution R is equals to 2.5 volts divided by 32. You just try to calculate it, then you will get around resolution is equals to 78.124 or 5 you verify, something millivolts. Then what is output, full scale output? Resolution into 2 to the power of n minus 1. What is the n value? 6. 2 to the power of 6 minus 1 into this resolution. If you substitute, you will get 4.921 something. 4.92 is a valid option. Okay. Now, in the circuit, present value of x is given as 1. Delays of entire circuits are neglected. So the value of s and x, values of x and x after the application of clock will be. So is asking the value of x after 1 clock, that's all. After s and x after 1 clock. What is the initial value of x? 1. Initial value is 1 here. Okay. So a1, b1. If these two values are 1s, 1 bar 0, same model we have done, OR gate. So 1, 1 and this is 0. Inputs, if this is 1, this is also 1, and if this is 0, we have even number of 1s. So that initial value of s is 0. So what are the initial values of s and x? Initial values of s 0 and x is 1. Okay. No clock is applied. No clock is applied. These are the initial values. After applying 1 clock, what is going to happen? Simple. This is a transparent flip-flop. If you apply 1 clock pulse, output will be 0. If this is 0, update the data. 0, 0, 0 complement 1. Single 1. So that S value 1, odd number of ones, S1 and X value 0, S1, X value 0. After 1 clock pulse, S value 1, X value 0. C is the correct option, right? These are the question, guys.
Given x of n equal to sine pi by 2 n by pi n, the energy of the signal, that is summation n from minus infinity to infinity modulus of x of n whole square is. They gave a discrete time signal, they are asking its energy. So in the time domain it might be a little difficult. Let's apply the Parseval's theorem and then get the answer. So what does the Parseval's theorem say? According to Parseval's theorem, so this is a DTFT topic, students. According to Parseval's theorem, summation n from minus infinity to infinity x of n magnitude square is equal to, you have to recollect DTFT concept. So it is 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi, it is x of e power j omega magnitude square d omega. So you have to use this relation to get the energy. Do you people know what's the Fourier transform of this? So what's the Fourier transform of sine pi by 2 n by pi n? This is in the form of sine omega naught n by pi n. It's a standard result, sine omega naught by pi n Fourier transform. Try to recollect this. It's a rectangle, so you have to be a little careful while drawing this. It's like what? A rectangle from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So here the height is 1 and this is minus pi, this is pi. We have a habit of drawing the things from minus pi to pi. So from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, its value is 1. This is x of e power j omega, students. Now use this, you substitute that here, you get the energy. It is 1 by 2 pi. There is no need to integrate from minus pi to pi. You have to integrate from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, because in this range for these frequencies it is 1, from minus pi to minus pi by 2 it's 0, pi by 2 to pi it's 0. So to integrate only from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. In this range of frequencies, what is x of e power j omega? It is 1 square and then d omega. 1 square is 1, d omega integration is omega. Substituting the limits will give you pi by 2 minus of minus pi by 2. So this is like pi by 2 plus pi by 2, which is pi. The pi's will cancel and 1 by 2 will remain. So this is something like pi by 2 pi, students, which is 1 by 2. The answer for this question is option A. Consider a discrete time system for which the input x of n and the output y of n are related through this equation. Y of n is x of n plus 1 by 3 into y of n minus 1. Y of n is 0 for n less than 0. X of n is your discrete impulse. Then y of n can be expressed in terms of unit step u of n as follows. With all this information, they are asking what's the expression for y of n. So take down this reference equation. This reference equation can guide you. Very simple problem. So what's that equation? Y of n equal to x of n plus 1 by 3 y of n minus 1. Let's apply z transform on both sides, and clearly y of n is 0 for n less than 0. What is y of z? Apply z transform. This is x of z. Now you apply the shift property. It is 1 by 3 z power minus 1 into y of z. You don't have any other terms because anyway y of n is 0 for n less than 0. Take y of z to the other side. If y of z is taken common, then what is left is 1 minus 1 by 3 z power minus 1 equal to x of z. They want y of z, and by the way, is the input given? Yes, del of n. Input is del of n. So input is del of n. What's the z transform of del of n? The z transform of del of n is 1. So here what remains is just 1. So the z transform of del of n is 1. So 1 here. When this goes here, only 1 remains. Can you get an expression for y of z? 1 by 1 minus 1 by 3 z power minus 1. This can also be viewed as z by z minus 1 by 3. By looking at these options and looking at the z transform, if I take the inverse, I get y of n as, I know that it is 1 by 3 whole power n u of n. This is clear in the form of z by z minus a, whose inverse is 1 by 3 whole power n u of n. So even though the ROC is not given, you don't have any left sided sequence, everything is in u of n. So the most possible answer is the option B, 1 by 3 whole power n u of n. That's a right answer for this question. Let g of n equal to 1 whenever n is 0, and for all other values g of n value is 0. Okay, this is nothing but our discrete impulse. H of n is 1 for n equal to 0, 3, 6, 9, 0 otherwise. Consider y of n, which is h of n convolved with g of n, where the star denotes the convolution. They are asking what's the value of y of 3. So how do you find the z transform? So I'll tell you one thing. So y of n equal to h of n convolved with g of n. In this problem, if you use z transform, it would be very easy. So let's apply z transform on both sides. In that case, this would be h of z into g of z, h of z into g of z. You have to substitute the respective z transforms. This is clearly a discrete impulse. This is 0. At 0, you have 1 volt, and for all other values it's 0. This is like del of n students, whose z transform is 1. So g of z is 1. I have no issues with that. H of z, so it's defined at 0, 3, 6, 9. Do you know the definition of h of z? H of z will be like summation n from minus infinity to infinity h of n z power minus n. Since it is defined only at 0, 3, 6, 9, so expand that summation only for those values of n. For other values of n, h of n is 0, the product is 0. So come on, write h of z. It is 1 into z power 0, which is anyway 1, plus 3 z power minus 3 plus 6. I'm sorry. So I'm extremely sorry. This is like this. So it's like 1 plus, what is h of 3? H of 3. H of 3 is also 1. Earlier I thought h of 3 is 3. Where is that given? H of 3 is also 1. H of 6 is also 1. H of 9 is 1, and the remaining values are 0. So it's like 1 z power minus 3 students plus. So there is no value at n equal to 4, which means 0, and then you can go to 6 now. So again 1 z power minus 6 plus 1 z power minus 9, and this whole multiplied with 1. So what is left is 1 plus z power minus 3 plus z power minus 6 plus z power minus 9 is left. This is y of z. What they asked is, what's the value of y of 3, the time domain signal at n equal to 3. If you know this z transform, it's easy, you know. You see, z power minus n coefficient is h of n. Z power minus n coefficient is h of n. Z power minus 3 coefficient will be y of 3. If you still don't get, then you expand y of z definition. Y of z is summation n from minus infinity to infinity. It is y of n z power minus n. So you put certain values, maybe let's put 0, then this is y of 0 plus put 1, this is like y of 1 z power minus 1, put 2 y of 2 z power minus 2, put 3 y of 3 z power minus 3, and so on. So why I'm expanding this is, if you want y of 3, then look at z power minus 3 coefficient in the z transform. If you want y of 3, look at z power minus 3 coefficient, which is 1. Therefore, y of 3 is 1. This is simple. If you have good basics, you can easily crack this problem. They give a periodic signal 3 cos 2 pi into 100t. This is into, not dot. plus 2 cos 2 pi into 300t plus 4 cos 2 pi into, okay, 500t. The RMS value of x of t is, clearly this is a periodic signal. Find the average power. The average power is simply, so what we know, the average power half, what is this? It is 3 square plus 2 square plus 4 square. Sir, how did you write this quickly? So this is like, I can say that this is already in Fourier series format where you have sum of sinusoids. When you have sum of sinusoids, do you know what's the average power formula? Let's say this is in trigonometric Fourier series form. The average power formula is a naught square plus half summation n from 1 to infinity, it is an square plus bn square. So you have all cos terms, you don't have sine terms, leave this. There is no DC, leave this. So this is what is left. So what is the average value, students, now? This is half 9 plus 4 plus 16. Okay. This is 20. 29. 29 by 2 is 14.5. Now what do you know about the RMS value? The RMS value is simply the square root of P average, that is 14.5. Use your virtual calculator, see how much is 14.5. So I have calculated and I found that it is 3.807. This is the answer. So once again, how did I do that? Is this is, so I, in the background I feel this is like a Fourier series, okay, where the coefficients are there are no sine terms, there is no DC. So don't worry about this, don't worry about bn square, simply summation an square by 2, that's the answer. That's what I have done here. Consider the signal x of t equal to 1 by a square plus t square. The Fourier transform of x of t into sine bt. X of t into sine bt is suggesting use modulation property. So let's see how do we deal with this. Let me first write the modulation property. According to modulation property, x of t into sine bt Fourier transform will be like 1 by 2j. So 1 by 2j x of omega minus b minus x of omega plus b. This will be the Fourier transform. If you can get Fourier transform of x of t, then substitute there. That's why you see the options in the form of all this omega minus b and so on. And I need also j, so I don't worry about a and b. This, like, I can eliminate them. And clearly it looks like there is a print mistake here. There should be a minus sign somewhere in a and b. So either in either in c or d there must be a minus sign. There's a printing mistake here, please correct this. Let me give you the right answer. So let's start. 1 by a square plus t square. I don't know the Fourier transform of that, but I know one thing. E power minus a mod t. The Fourier transform of this is 2a by a square plus omega square. According to the duality property, so let's write like this: 2a by a square plus t square. If you replace omega with t, then the Fourier transform of this will be 2 pi. You have to replace t with minus omega into e power minus a into modulus of minus omega. Modulus of minus omega is same as mod omega. So you can also send 2a to the other side. 1 by a square plus t square Fourier transform is, the 2's will cancel, it is pi by a. It is pi by a e power minus a modulus of omega. So I have got the Fourier transform of a square 1 by a square plus t square. Now this is like x of omega, students. This is like what? X of omega. You have to substitute that into this formula to get the final answer. Let me substitute that into the formula. If I substitute, so let's see what's the answer. It is 1 by 2j x of omega minus b. So that is pi by a e power minus a into modulus of omega minus b minus again pi by a, it is e power minus a modulus of omega plus b this time. So what is common is pi by a, so this is pi by 2aj and then e power minus a modulus of so pi is also common, c power minus a into modulus of omega plus b. So this would be the right answer. Do you have any options this way? Firstly, I have eliminated this. Pi by 2aj is there, okay, pi by 2aj is there. So one of them should have a negative sign. So this is the appropriate option. I hope they'll change this, they'll make one of the options as option B, but I gave you the right solution. I hope you do not have any doubts in this. Consider the discrete time system with impulse response h of n equal to -1, -2, 2, 1. Which of the following statements are true about the system? It's a linear phase, it's a non-linear phase, high pass filter, low pass filter. Can you draw h of n? How do you draw h of n? So let me mark, this is 0, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. At these values, what are the h of n values? One is -1, okay, -2, okay, and then this is 2, okay, and then this is 1. Now after drawing h of n, do you see any symmetry about some point, about an integer or a half integer? So I'll show you. Let me draw a line like this. If this is 1, this is 2, definitely this is 1.5. If you see either a symmetry or anti-symmetry, here I can see anti-symmetry. If h of n has symmetry or anti-symmetry, first of all, it's a FIR filter because there are only 4 samples given. For FIR filter, we have a concept which says if there is a symmetry or anti-symmetry, here we have anti-symmetry about this half integer 1.5, definitely it will show linear phase. The problem is over. This is a true statement. But since it's a MSQ, you need to analyze what kind of filter it is. Yes, we will do that. Come on. What is h of e power j omega? The Fourier transform. It's defined as summation n from -infinity to infinity. It is h of n e power minus j omega n. Expand this summation. So the summation will run from 0 to 3. Summation n from 0 to 3. It is h of n e power minus j omega n, because at only these values you have the non-zero samples. For all other values it is 0. Put this as n as 0. So at n equal to 0, the signal value is -1, e power 0 is 1, plus put n as 1, it is -2 e power minus j omega. Put n as 2, it is 2 e power minus j 2 omega. Put n as 3, so it's plus 1 into e power minus j 3 omega. So we got the frequency response. If you can find the gain at low frequencies and gain at high frequencies, you might get some idea. So let's find the gain at low frequencies. For that, I'll take omega as 0. So when I take the omega as 0, this is -1, this is -2, e power 0 is 1, e power 0 is 1, so this will remain as +2 and this will remain as +1. So this cancels 0. The low frequency gain is 0, okay. So when the low frequency gain is 0, it cannot be a low pass filter. It cannot be a low pass filter. This is false. Let's find the high frequency gain. For high frequency, we substitute omega as pi. Come on, substitute pi. So this is -1 plus -2 into e power minus j pi. E power minus j pi is -1. Substitute pi. e power minus j 2 pi is 1. So this is plus 2. E power minus j 3 pi. E power minus j 3 pi. How much is that? It will be minus 1 students. So there is a cancellation. Is there a cancellation? No. Is there a cancellation? So let's check. This is minus 1, this is minus 1, minus 2. So this cancels, this remains. This is clearly not 0. The high frequencies are allowed, the low frequencies are rejected. Low frequency rejected, high frequencies are allowed. It's a property of high pass filter. This is a true statement. The correct answers are, it's the option A and option C. Let x of s equal to s e power minus 2s plus 1 by s plus 1 into s plus 2. What's the inverse of x of s? So this problem needs partial fraction. So you need to know a lot of properties. So now what I'll do is, to start with, I'll just assume. So can we separate the terms? S e power minus 2s by s plus 1 into s plus 2. This will be the first term, plus 1 by s plus 1 into s plus 2. So look at this question, look at the options. Because of e power minus 2s, there will be a shift in time. You all know exponential in S domain leads to shift in time. So because of that, you get e power minus 2 into t minus 2 and then so on. This answers are because of this, and these answers are related to this term. You have to separate, like solve them separately. So maybe I'll first solve this. 1 by s plus 1 into s plus 2, which can be viewed as a by s plus 1 plus b by s plus 2, and then LCM if you take, this is a into s plus 2 plus b into s plus 1. Put s as minus 2. So 1 equal to, this is gone. If I put minus 2, I get minus b na. So the value of b is minus 1. Put s as minus 1, this is gone. So minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. The value of a is 1. So now you have the values of a and b. This is 1 by s plus 1. B is, so minus 1 by s plus 2. What will be the inverse of these terms? Come on, check it. What is the inverse of this? It's very easy. The inverse of this will be like e power minus t into u of t, okay, whole multiplication we can do, minus e power minus 2t and then whole multiplied with u of t. So I can eliminate this option because you have a plus sign. I can eliminate this option. So our answers are now within B and C. It's e power minus t and minus 2 e power minus 2t u of t, yes. So one more step, you have to simplify this portion. Let me go to the next page. What we have is s e power minus 2s by s plus 1 into s plus 2. I'll not directly take this into the partial fraction. First, what we will do is, we will write like this, s by s plus 1 into s plus 2, because z power minus 2s is like exponential term in s domain, which leads to a shift in the time. So we have to do shifting in the time. So let's keep that. So this can be written as a by s plus 1 plus b by s plus 2. S equal to a into s plus 2 plus b into s plus 1. So let's put s as minus 2. So this is minus 2 equal to 0 minus b. So this implies the value of b is 2. Similarly, put s as minus 1. This goes. So here minus 1 equal to a into 1. So the value of a is minus 1. So now I am writing this as the partial fraction. What is a? This is minus 1 by s plus 1, but this has to be multiplied with e power minus 2s plus what is b? 2 by and then s plus 2. This whole thing should be multiplied with e power minus 2s. Now it's time to take the inverse. Don't worry about e power minus 2s. Minus 1 by s plus 1 is minus e power minus t, but in the place of t there is a exponential in the s domain which leads to shift. So let's do it step by step. It's like e power minus t into u of t. I'm not in a hurry. So plus 2 into the inverse of only this is e power minus 2t into u of t. This is not the final answer, intermediate answer. Now the final answer is, because there is an exponential in the s domain, there will be a shift in the time. So where I have to replace t with t minus 2 minus e power minus of t minus 2 u of t minus 2 plus 2 e power minus 2 into t minus 2 u of t minus 2. So C is this option available. Like we said, our answer is between B and C. Okay. So in this there is a plus, but we got a minus term, I think. Yes. So this is eliminated now. Now you can check it. Is our answer matching everything? Yes, it is matching. 2 e power minus 2 into t minus 2 minus e power minus of t minus 2 and then whole multiplied with u of t minus 2. Yes, this fits into the problem. The answer for this is option B. It's a very good question.
Pre-gate analog circuits solutions now. Go through the question once. Neglect the channel length modulation. The Mosfet given are similar and have a transconductance GM. Calculate the voltage gain. Go through the question. Now the given Mosfet are similar. Similar meaning both have the same GM, and since the channel length modulation is neglected, you can neglect R naught. You can neglect R naught. So voltage gain is a AC parameter. Voltage gain is a AC parameter. So let us draw the AC equivalent. For AC equivalent, we have to kill the sources. The DC sources are removed here. Current sources are replaced by open circuit, and voltage sources are replaced by short circuit. Okay, so this Vn is distributed as VGS1 and VGS2. And here you have ID1 and ID2. So this is the AC equivalent. Now we are asked to find V0 by Vn. There are two ways. One is you can do by the small signal model, or directly you can write the Kirchhoff's laws. You can write the Kirchhoff's laws. But before we write Kirchhoff's laws, try to understand that in a differential amplifier, there is symmetry. Symmetry meaning this VGS1 is minus VGS2, the ID1 is minus ID2, So VGS1 equal to minus VGS2 equal to VGS, and ID1 equal to minus ID2, you can treat it as ID. So let us write Kirchhoff's laws now. So what is ID2? ID2 is 0 minus V0 by RD. ID2 is 0 minus V0 by RD, or V0 is minus ID2 into RD, or minus ID RD. V0 is minus ID RD. What is Vn? Vn, if you apply KVL, Vn is minus Vn plus VGS1 minus VGS2 is 0. So, substitute VGS1 equal to VGS minus VGS2 as VGS. So, Vn is 2 VGS. So, if you do V0 by Vn, you will get the solution. If you do V0 by Vn, you will get the solution. Now, you can see minus ID2 is nothing but plus ID, minus ID2 is nothing but plus ID. So, take the ratio V0 by Vn, V0 by Vn is IDRD by 2 times of VGS, 2 times of VGS. So, what is ID by VGS? It is GM by 2 times of RD. This is the voltage. So, let me, or you can replace the Mosfet by the small signal model and do it. But if you know that in AC analysis ID is GM times of VGS, then just by writing Kirchhoff's laws you can do it, or otherwise it is a simple problem. If you take left side, the gain is minus GM RD by 2. If you take right side, it is plus GM RD by 2. If you take the difference, it is going to be minus GM RD. If you take the difference, now this is taken as the single-ended output. So, it is going to be half of the total differential output. So, the differential output is minus GMRD. This is plus GMRD by 2. So, option D is the solution. Option D is the solution to this problem. Okay. Now, let us go for the second problem. The transconductance of the Mosfet is GM and the small signal drain to source resistance due to the channel length modulation is R0. Calculate the overall output resistance of the amplifier. So, you are asked to find the overall output resistance of the amplifier. The examiner is saying that there is a resistance R0 here. So, you can replace the Mosfet by the small signal model and do it, right. So, let us do it. The small signal model is a basic Norton equivalent. You have GM VGS in parallel with R0. So, this is gate, source and drain. And you can see from the source to ground there is an RS resistance. And let us apply a test voltage here V and find current I. So, output resistance is V by I. Output resistance is V by I. So, now in order to find the ratio V by I, so this current I, which is the entering current, is the same as leaving here, leaving, since no current flows through gate terminal, no current flows through gate terminal. So, let us finish this. According to Kirchhoff's voltage law, VGS plus I into RS is 0. So, your VGS is minus I into RS, minus I into RS. So, now let us apply a KVL here, or for simplicity, if this is source, this node is also source, this node. So, if you do not want a resistor here, you can as well draw it here also. You can as well draw it here just for your simplicity, right. Otherwise, you can put a resistor here. You have to apply KVL like this. The same node is this. So, I just connected the same resistor here. Just think this is the image of this, right. So, here if you apply KVL, you can finish the problem. So, let us apply KVL. Minus V plus I minus GM VGS into R0 plus I into RS is 0. So, minus V plus I into R naught minus GM R naught into VGS. VGS is minus IRS plus IRS equal to 0. So, what is V by I? V by I. So, you can take I common here. I common, it is going to be R naught plus 1 plus GM R naught into RS. So, this is the output resistance, RS plus GM R naught. So, option D, it is R naught plus RS plus GM R naught into RS. This is the output resistance. Now, you can extend this idea to any number of MOSFETs. For example, of course, the solution is done here, but instead of RS, if the examiner gives an additional MOSFET here, additional MOSFET, so this becomes the cascode amplifier. Then you can have an R naught here, R naught 1, and this one you can take it as R naught 2 and do it. So, now what will be the problem? It is R naught equal to R naught 1 plus GM1 R01 into this RS. What is the value of RS? It is R02. Like this you can do it. So, now you can extend any number of MOSFETs. So, this whole output resistance is the output resistance of the overall cascode amplifier, and this RS is replaced with R02, right. So, like this, and this is approximately, this factor is larger. So, GM1 R01 R02, like this also you can do approximately. So, this is the solution. So, simple, calculating output resistance by Ohm's law is V by I. V by I, apply a test voltage, find the current drawn. Now, go through the problem. An op amp has an open loop gain of 7, its differential input resistance is 10K, and the output resistance of 0 ohms is given. Calculate the closed loop input resistance. Calculate the closed loop input resistance. You can solve this problem by replacing op amp with an equivalent model, or you can do this by simple Miller's theorem also. Miller's theorem, because Miller's theorem states that if you have an amplifier with an input node V2 and output node V0, and V0 is A times of V1 minus V2, and how much is A? A is 7, V2 is V2. So, V0 by V2 is going to be minus 7. V0 by V2 is going to be minus 7. So, now what happens if a resistance is put between input and output? Now, this resistor can be split into two resistances. So, two resistances, one is called R1 and the other one is R2. R2 is not needed because we are finding at the input side. So, R1 is going to be R divided by 1 minus output voltage by input voltage, the output leg voltage by the input leg voltage where the resistance is connected. So, this is 10K by 1 plus 7, it is 10K by 8, it is 10K by 8. So, that is the resistance R1. Now, let us replace the op amp now with this equivalent. The 10K is split into R1 and R2, and mind you, there is also a differential input resistance of 10K, which you should not forget, So let me draw now. There is 10K and there is an R1, and now this op amp also has some input resistance of 10K. And R2 is not needed. So what is the input resistance? The input resistance is the parallel combination of these two in combination with in series with 10K. So Rn is going to be 10K plus R1 parallel with 10K. This is the solution. It is 10K plus 10K by 8 parallel with 10K. 10K parallel with by 8 parallel with 10K is 10K by 9. So R parallel R is R by 2. R by 2 parallel with R, R by 3. R by 3 parallel with R, R by 4. So 10K by 8 parallel with 10K is 10K by 9. So it is going to be, so it is 10 kilo ohm plus 1.1K. So it is going to be 11.1K. Approximately, let's see the options. Yeah, 11.1, option B. And don't forget that there is a differential input resistance here also, right? Or if you don't want to do this method, you can replace op amp with the equivalent like this, and V naught is output resistance is 0, it is AVD. So V naught A is 7 VD. So if you don't want to do by that method, you can apply a test voltage V here, find current I. Just like how we have done for that Mosfet problem, you can do V by I, you will still get the same answer, 11.1K. 11.1K, the node voltage here is minus VD and V naught is 7 VD. So you can take some current I1, I2, I3, apply Kirchhoff's laws and do it. Like that also you can do. Go through the problem. Assume the given op amp are ideal. Calculate the output voltage. So this is a simple problem where you can apply virtual short and solve. Try to apply virtual short for this problem and solve. Okay. So what is virtual short? The voltage at non-inverting and the voltage at inverting both are same. So if this is Vx, or you can take this node as Vx. If this is Vy, this node is also Vy. And if this node is -1, this is also -1. Since op amp draws no current, you can apply something called the voltage division. So what is Vy? Vy equal to V naught into 1K by 3K plus 1K. It is V naught by 4. It is going to be V naught by 4. Or you can take entering current and leaving current, entering equal to leaving. You can apply the KCL at this node. If you apply KCL at this node, you will get the same thing, right? Or you can apply voltage division. Now, what is Vx by superposition theorem? What is Vx by superposition? Vx by superposition. You have Vy here, you have Vx, and there is 2K and 1K and 1 volt.
So again, if you want, you can apply Vy here and the nodal analysis you can do, or directly superposition theorem. Vx is going to be, this is a non-inverting amplifier for Vy, 1 plus 2k by 1k into Vy, plus for 1 volt, this is an inverting amplifier, minus 2k by 1k into 1. So this is 3 times of Vy. How much is Vy? V0 by 4 and minus 2 is going to be Vx. So Vx is 3 V0 by 4 minus 2 for this op amp. For this op amp, again you can apply the same superposition theorem. And what is V0 due to minus 1? V0 is 1 plus 8k by 4k into minus 1 plus due to Vx minus 8k by 4k into Vx. So what is V0? V0 is going to be 3 into minus 1, minus 3 minus 2Vx. So we have to find V0. Let's eliminate Vx. Let's eliminate Vx. So what is Vx here? 2Vx equal to minus 3 minus V0. So Vx is minus 3 minus V0 by 2. So let us equate these two and you will get the answer. So let's equate these two, you will get the answer. So try to equate them. 3 V0 by 4 minus 2 equal to minus 3 minus V0 by 2. So this is going to be 3 by 4 is 0.75, 0.75 into 2, 1.5 V0 minus 4 equal to minus 3 minus V0. So 2.5 V0 equal to 1. V0 is 1 by 2.5, which is 0.4 volt. But is there a point? Yeah. So your V0 is 0.4 volt. So let me repeat this. I applied voltage division here for V0, which is 1/4 of V0. Because 3/4 is dropped here, 1/4 is dropped here. Your Vy is 1/4 of V0. And you can apply the same V0 by 4 here and minus 1 here. And here I applied superposition theorem. Or you can apply KCL. In the solution I have given with KCL. Here I am doing by superposition. Just for a change, this Vy is 1 plus Rf by R1 times of Vx is 1 plus Rf by R1 times of Vy. And due to this, it is minus Rf by R1 times of that. Similarly, here also the same superposition theorem I applied. I got Vx. I try to equate them for this solution. So this is for op amp, first op amp 1, and this is for op amp 2. Okay. Go through the problem. Find Vc max in steady state if the capacitor has an initial charge of 0 volt and a threshold of 1 volt So before we solve this problem, the basic logic is for an NMOS to be on, remember the source voltage should be lesser than the gate voltage. The source voltage is lesser than the gate voltage at least by Vt, right? It should be less. And the drain voltage, this source voltage cannot be greater than the drain voltage, because the drain voltage happens to be the supply voltage. This source voltage is always less than or equal to the drain. But there is at least a difference of 1 volt here for the MOSFET to go to on state, right. The maximum voltage the source can get is the drain voltage. So, this is a simple logic here. The first MOSFET you can see has a drain voltage of 9 volt, but the gate is 10. The gate is 10. So, you cannot get any voltage here more than 9, and the difference is at least 1 volt has to be maintained. This is the first MOSFET. The second one has a drain voltage of 6 volts. 6 volts. So, the source voltage cannot be more than the drain. The source voltage cannot be more than the drain, and this is again given to the third one. The third one, drain is 10, and here we are connecting a capacitor. So, what is the maximum voltage this capacitor can charge before it makes the MOSFETs to go to off state? So, this is 6. So, this voltage could be maximum 6. It cannot be more than that, right. And now 10 minus 6, you have 4 volt. So, definitely these two MOSFETs are on. But if you take 9 here and make this 8, which doesn't make any sense, any physical sense. You cannot have 8 volt when the drain itself is 6. So, when this is 6 volt, the maximum voltage you can get here is 6, and 6 minus 1, at least 1 volt difference should be there, is 5. So, this capacitor can charge to a maximum voltage of 5. What happens if it charges to 5.00000001? If it charges to 5.00001, then the difference is going to be 0.999999, and the MOSFET will go to off state. So, before it makes the MOSFET to go to off state, this capacitor is charged slowly starting from 0. First it is charged to 0, all the MOSFETs are on, then it is charged to 1, all the MOSFETs are on, it is charged to 2, all the MOSFETs are on. Once it charges to 5, all the MOSFETs are just on. If it charges slightly more than 5, then the MOSFET will go to off state. So, the maximum it can attain is only 5 volt in this problem.
Okay, pre-gate instrumentation, one more question. The current flowing through a wire of length 2.5 meters is 100 amperes. If the wire is bent into a square, the magnetizing force at the center of the square is, fine. See here, now there is a wire, it is bent into the square. Is asking what is the magnetic field at the center. So, what is the each side? The total length is 2.5, the each side is 2.5 by 4. So, how much, and is asking what is the magnetic field at the center. So, how much current is flowing? It is 100 amperes. There is a shortcut to find out the magnetic field at the center. So, of some n equal sided polygon, H is equal to Ni by pi d tan 180 by n sin 180 by n, correct. So, what is this n? N is the number of sides. For the square, number of sides are 4. So, here it is 4 into how much is the current flowing? It is 100 divided by pi into what is the each side? It is 2.5 divided by 4 into tan 45 degrees, which is 1, fine. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Now, check out this value here. It is 16 into 100 divided by 2.5 into pi into 1 by root 2. So, what is this H value? You can check it out. It is approximately 144 point something, but can you approximate it to ampere turn per meter or simply ampere per meter? Fine. So, what is the answer for this? Option C is the answer. Okay, pre-gate instrumentation 2 marks question. A ball of radius r has a charge density rho given by rho is equal to rho naught into 1 minus r small r by capital R, where small r is ranging from 0 to capital R. The electric field outside the ball at r distance from the center of the sphere is. So, let me draw some diagram here. There is a sphere here whose radius is ranging from 0 to r. So, it is asking how much is the electric field in the surface here. you can make use of what is called a Gauss law, which is closed surface integral of E dot dA, which is equal to charge enclosed by epsilon naught. What kind of charge is enclosed? It is a volume charge. Fine. So it is volume charge integral of rho v into dv. Now I will consider the Gaussian surface here itself. Okay, electric field is coming outside like this, and normal direction is also same. This is the electric field direction and normal direction, both are same. Fine. And so this dot product will become simple product. Fine, because electric field direction and normal directions are same. So it is ER into dA, which is equal to volume integral of rho v. It is rho naught into 1 minus small r by capital R, which is r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. Clear? Now you can bring this ER outside, then it will become surface area. So it is rho naught into r square minus r to the power of 3 divided by r into dr sin theta d theta into d phi. Clear, guys? Perform the integration here. What is this one? It is a surface area. So ER into surface area. What is the surface area of this? It is 4 pi capital R square, which is equal to, it is rho naught into r to the power of 3 divided by 3, it is r to the power of 4 divided by 4 into capital R, where r is ranging from 0 to capital R, into minus cos theta. For the sphere, theta is ranging from 0 to phi, and this is phi is ranging from 0 to 2 pi. For the sphere, substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So the ER is equal to 4 pi into capital R square, which is equal to, this one is upper limit minus lower limit. So it is r cube by 3 minus capital R to the power of 4 divided by 4r into minus 1 minus into 2 pi. So the ER is equal to 4 pi capital R square v rho naught. So this will become, you can check it out, it is r to the power of 4 by 12 into 4 pi. Cancel out the 4 pi on both sides. So it is ER is equal to rho naught into r to the power of 2 divided by 12. Don't forget epsilon naught, divided by epsilon naught. 1 by epsilon naught. Here also 1 by divided by epsilon naught. Go back, rho naught. Here, yes. So this is r cube, not r to the power of 4, it is r cube. So this is just will become r. So rewrite this one, it is rho naught into r divided by 12 epsilon naught. Go back, option D is answer. Option D is answer.
In this video, I am giving the solutions from Pre-GATE 2025 instrumentation branch, the subject called optical instrumentation. Optical part, we are having 3 questions, right? Related to those questions, I am giving the solutions now. Here is the question. A comparator circuit which drives an LED with a cut-in voltage of 1.5 volt. This is the figure. It has the cut-in voltage of 1.5 volt. Okay, and then a photodiode with responsivity of 10 milliampere per 10 microwatt. This is a photodiode. Its responsivity is given, this one is used to drive the comparator circuit. So based on this, the entire comparator will be driven. Okay, if the photodiode is sensing optical power of 10 microwatt, photodiode is sensing corresponding 10 microwatt power. Which of the following options are correct? Guys, this is MSQ model. Once you are getting first option as the correct, for example, don't go to the next question. This is MSQ, so therefore automatically you need to concentrate on other options too. Okay, sir, see the options. Current flowing through the photodiode. Current flowing through the photodiode. What is the formula for that? I am writing current flowing through the photodiode as IP. I am writing P means photodiode. What is the formula? Power in into responsivity. Power in into responsivity is the formula. Power in into responsivity. Sir, what is power input and what is the responsivity they have given? Let us substitute that simply. Right here, responsivity is 10 milliampere per 10 microwatt. 10 milliampere per 10 microwatt. And what is the power in 10 microwatt? 10 microwatt. So therefore, we can cancel 10 microwatt, 10 microwatt. So therefore, final answer will be 10 milliampere. Guys, see the options. Current flowing through the photodiode is 10 milli, correct. But current flowing through the photodiode is 1 milli. So automatically one option is wrong. So option A is correct. But the point here is current flowing through LED is also asked. Why, sir? Here, which of the following options are correct? So therefore, LED current also we are supposed to determine. It's very simple. Sir, this is 5 volt at this point. What is the voltage? 5 volt. What is its cut-in voltage he has given? 1.5. So therefore, what is the current through the LED? So therefore, current through LED, just I'm writing as IL for example. What is that? This is the 5 volt and its voltage is, cut-in voltage is 1.5. So 5 minus 1.5 by corresponding resistance. Very, very simple. This is volt and this is ohm. So therefore, 3.5 volt by 50 ohm. 3.5 volt by 50 ohm. If you simplify this, we will be getting 70 milliampere. You are getting 70 milli. Sir, current through the photodiode is 10 milli. Current through the LED is 70 milli. Check the options. Current through LED is 0.1 ampere. Wrong. Current flowing through LED is 70 milli. Therefore, options are A and C. Next question is, a photodiode with an active sensing area 1 centimeter square and responsivity of 1 milliampere per 1 milliwatt is attached with a comparator circuit as shown in the figure. So this is photodiode, it is attached with the comparator circuit. Okay. Now the point here is, if the comparator output is 10 volt, then the value of optical power sensed by the photodiode should be more than nothing but the corresponding power sensing by the photodiode should be more than dash. So this is what the point. Sir, in order to get the comparator output 10 volt, see the just diagram. In order to get the comparator output 10 volt, which should be more than which one? This is V plus should be greater than V minus. Then we are going to get the 10 volt. So therefore, what is the point now? To have comparator output. To have comparator output, right, 10 volt. To have comparator output 10 volt, V plus should be greater than V negative. V plus should be greater than V negative. If you understand this, the thing will be done. So what is V plus? See here. So this is a V plus. So what is V plus now? The corresponding current into resistance. So therefore, photodiode current IP into 1 kilo ohm should be greater than V minus. Sir, what is V minus? We need to apply the voltage division law. Here, what is the voltage across this? Voltage across this nothing but voltage across 1 kilo ohm. So what is the total voltage? 10. So therefore, 10 volt into, we are finding voltage across 1 kilo ohm, therefore 1 kilo ohm by, right, 9 plus 1, sum of the resistances, so therefore 10 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm. And sir, here what is IP value? What is IP value? He has given sensing area also, so that's why be clear, 1 centimeter square into power input by 1 centimeter square into correspondingly responsivity. What is it? IP is equal to power input into responsivity, but area is given, we have to take the area. What is the responsivity? He has given responsivity of 1 milliampere per 1 milliwatt, 1 milliampere per 1 milliwatt into, this is the total IP value into 1 kilo ohm, into 1 kilo ohm. It should be greater than 10 cancel, kilo cancel, so therefore what can be the value now? 1 volt. Nothing but simply 1 volt. Now if you simplify this, 1 centimeter cancel, milli cancel, and correspondingly ohm into this also will be cancelled, so therefore power input is greater than, power input is greater than how much value? 1 milliwatt. So in order to have this corresponding comparator output 10 volt, the power input must be greater than 1 milliwatt. So which is answer? Second option. This is the answer, 1 milliwatt. Right? Next question. It is very simple again. The opto-coupler shown in the figure, this is an opto-coupler shown in the figure, is required to sink 2 milliampere load current. So therefore, you need to understand this current is how much? 2 milliampere, 2 milliampere, where Q2 is saturation, Q2 is in saturation mode, right? And then IF1 is 10 milliampere. This will be, this is 10 milliampere. Okay, after that, some table is given. Input stage IF1 maximum 60 milliampere, output stage VCE maximum 30 volt, IA maximum 150 milli, VCE saturation 0.2 volt. So VCE saturation is 0.2. And then the point here is IC output is 5 milliampere. IC output means this is here, this is 5 milliampere. Now tell me, if this is 2, this is 5, automatically this will be 3 milli. If you observe this, the thing will be done. The IC value is given 5 milli, and then load current is given 2, and this current should be 3, then only 3 plus 2 should be equal to correspondingly which value? 5 milli. So therefore, the current through this R2 resistance, the current through this R2 resistance is how much? Simply 3 milliampere. Okay, right. After this, next observation. Here, in this VCE saturation 0.2 volt, so this voltage is 0.2 volt. Now what he is asking here, the opto-coupler specifications are given here. Now he is asking the value of R2, find out the value of corresponding R2. So therefore, what should be this value of R2? In this question he is asking R2. Therefore, simply this is 5 volt. At this point, which one? 0.2 milli. Therefore, what we can write now? R2 is equal to, what is it? 5 volt minus what is this value? 0.2 by how much value here? 3 milliampere. 3 milliampere. So therefore 4.8 by 3 milliampere. 4.8 by 3. So simply 16 3 is a 48. No. So therefore 1.6 kilo ohm. So this is the answer. In this I am going to discuss 3 subjects. My subjects are measurements, sensors and industrial instrumentation, that we can say transducers, right? And then missions. So these 3 subjects related solutions, all questions and solutions we are discussing. The question here is, when current coil of a wattmeter, current coil of wattmeter connected in one phase. So current coil is connected in one phase of a so and so three-phase system. Like this, one of the phases, the current coil is being connected. Okay, right? Next one. The potential coil is between other two phases. The potential coil is between other two phases like this, here and here. Then this wattmeter reading is dash. Wattmeter reading. We have taken the complete concept and explanation, phasor diagram, derivation, everything. So this wattmeter reads VL IL into sin phi. VL IL into sin phi. This power is reactive power. So therefore answer here is reactive power. Okay. Next question. This is a question from transducers. Thermocouple is. It is a MSQ model. Multiple select questions. Thermocouple is, yes, active transducer, correct. And passive transducer, wrong. A temperature measuring device, correct. And thermocouple having very high output voltage level, no. Thermocouple is having very low output voltage level, therefore it is also wrong. So which are correct? A and C. This is MSQ question, right? Next. A thermistor has, in the temperature measuring devices, one device we have taken resistance thermometer. Resistance thermometer, that is a positive temperature coefficient related, but here thermistor has negative, so therefore direct answer, negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Next question. A transducer which is formed by connecting several thermocouples. A transducer which is formed by connecting several thermocouples in series is called. In the temperature measuring device, after thermocouple, we have taken in the class, that is thermopile. Thermopile is nothing but group of or combination of thermocouples. That only he is asking. So therefore answer will be thermopile. Next one. An anemometer. Guys, this we have taken as hot wire anemometer or normal anemometer. Sir, this anemometer is used for which measurement? Flow rate measurement. Anemometer is for measurement of rate of flow of corresponding element. So flow rate. And this is the question from missions. A three-phase 4-pole induction motor is supplied from 60 Hz. So how many poles are given? Poles are 4 and frequency is 60 Hz. And voltage, calculate the speed of the rotor when slip given is 4% or 0.04 value, and he is asking find out the value of motor speed or rotor speed. Sir, what can be the first step? NS, synchronous speed. What is that? 120 F by P. 120 into F is 60 by P is 4. So we will be getting 1800 RPM. Sir, I told you in the class also, after having this synchronous speed, right, many of the cases, if you see the options, you can answer directly. Why, sir? The rotor speed or motor speed will be close to the synchronous speed. This is a technique you have to use to save the time. What is it? The rotor speed is close to the synchronous speed. See here, 1440, 1475, 1450, very far from this. So therefore, answer will be 1724. But we can simplify this. What is the answer? What is the procedure? Ns into 1 minus S. Ns into 1 minus S. What is Ns? 1800 into 1 minus 0.04. So you will be getting is that value. Guys, if you are not having the same number, for example 1728 approximately, yes, nearest value, you can go for it, no problem. So answer is 1720 corresponding change, right? Next question. This is a question from measurements again. Two resistances are given, 100 plus or minus 6%, R2 200 plus or minus 10%, right? This is the question given for, let me check, 1 mark or 2 mark. Yes, it is a 2 marks question I gave you. 100 plus or minus 6. Yes, 2 marks question. Here, R1 is equal to 100 plus or minus 6%. What is the value? 100 plus or minus 6% of 100, 6. So many ohm. Convert the percentage into value form, keep it with you. And then R2 is equal to 200 plus or minus 10%. 200 plus or minus 10% of 200. What is that 1%? 2. So 10% means simply 20 ohm. Okay, they are connected in series. So what is the total, that is resultant resistance they are asking. So therefore the point is resultant resistance formula in series connection, R total is equal to R1 plus R2. Sir, which operation is there? Addition operation. In the class also I told you, for addition operation we need to go for value forms. So therefore 100 plus or minus 6, right, plus what is it, 200 plus or minus 20. So therefore what is answer? 300, because 100 plus 200 plus or minus, for addition value form of errors must be added directly, 26 ohm. This is the answer. 300 plus or minus 26. Yes, option B. Right. Next one. It is also from measurements only. So this is also the question. Yes, given for 2 marks. Right. The point is the disk of household energy meter 230 volt. See, for clarity purpose I gave you, and this is, what is it? NEAT model, numerical answer type. Right. Here voltage is 230 volt. Voltage is 230. Current is 10 ampere. And meter constant is given as 1200 revolutions per kWh, right? And it is making 600 revolutions in 60 minutes of time. 60 minutes. They are asking error, that too, error in percentage. Guys, we know we have solved same model, but I changed the corresponding terminology. The point is, what is error formula? AM minus AT by AT. So therefore, what is it here? We need to find out energy true, that is true value. What is true value formula? V into I into cos phi. Has he mentioned any power factor? No. So simply 230 into 10. Yes, power factor. Yes, not mentioned. Okay. And then divided by 1000 I am taking. Divided by 1000. If it is divided by 1000, that becomes what? Watts to kilowatts. Okay. And how much time? 60 minutes. So 60 by what is it? 60 minutes means simply 1 hour. So therefore, so many kilowatt hours. So if you simplify this, you will get the corresponding value, energy true. Okay. After that, how do we get the energy measured? In order to get the energy measured, see the corresponding, what is it? Meter constant. So 1200 revolutions are there, 1 kilowatt hour. But how many revolutions are made? 600. So therefore, what is that? 1200 revolutions gives 1 kilowatt hour, and then 600 revolutions is given. Okay, so how much value? So what is the value now? Simply energy measured is equal to 600 by 1200 into 1 kilowatt hour. Therefore you will be getting 0.5 kilowatt hour. Okay, now last step. Percentage error is equal to energy measured minus energy true by energy true into 100. If you simplify this, substitute the values and then correspondingly simplify, right? Here, if you simplify this value, you will get something, and then here also, if you simplify this, you will be getting, yes, near to the, yes, 78.2%. right? Only the thing is AM minus AT by AT. AM you have to calculate with the help of meter constant. AT you have to calculate with the given true values. Over, right? Next question. The parallel deflection plates in CRT. This is a question from CRO topic. CRO, and this is also given for yes 2 marks model, right? Here the parallel deflection plates in CRO are 30 mm long, 30 mm long. So length of the deflecting plates is 30 mm. 30 mm, convert this into meters, and 5 mm apart. So separation between them is 5 mm. In the class I told you, length of the plates is capital L. The separation between the vertical plates is, yes, that is simply 5 mm given. And then the center of the plates is 20 centimeter from the screen. So therefore, the distance from vertical plate to the screen, how much? 20 centimeter is given. 20 centimeter. Accelerating anode voltage is 2000 volt. So VA is given as 2000 volt. So what he is asking? Yes, deflection sensitivity is 4 options. Yes, deflection sensitivity is asking. Now, what is the deflection sensitivity formula? If you remember the formula, thing will be over. What is it? LD by 2SVA. L is length of the plate, D is distance from plate to the screen, and S is corresponding separation, VA is corresponding to 2000. If you substitute all values, you will be getting 0.3 mm, yes, 0.3 mm per volt. 0.3 mm per volt. So that's why in this, which is playing the major role? Here the formula LD by 2SVA. If you simplify and if you substitute all values, you will be getting 0.3 mm per volt. Right? Next one. Right. It is from again measurements. In the figure shown below, A1, A2, A3 are ideal ammeters. Nothing but in this resistance are need not to be considered. If A2 and A3 read 6 ampere and 8 ampere respectively, then the reading of A1 is a dash. So what is A2? A2 is 6 amperes. A3 is 8 amperes. So what is the corresponding A1? So this current they are asking. Kindly don't be in hurry. Most of the people, by confusion, so 8 is there, 6 is there. So this is the source, sir. The current is flowing. So 6 plus 8, 14. Kindly concentrate. It is an AC system. In the AC system, vector combination or normal combination? Vector. So therefore, we need to go for small solution. Very, very simple one. What is that? I1, that is A1 is equal to root of I2 square plus I3 square. Why, sir? This is of which one? Correspondingly AC system. So vector combination C equal to root of A square plus B square model. So simply, what is the answer now? 6 square plus 8 square. So therefore, answer will be 10 ampere. So therefore, yes, option C. Right? Next question. It is also measurement question. A resistor has 100 ohm. Standard deviation is 5 ohm. The current through this resistance is 5 amperes. Standard deviation is 0.05. The standard deviation of power consumed by the resistor. In the error analysis chapter, last topic is this only we have taken. What is it? Standard deviation, probable error, a random error, or uncertainty model questions. So from that only I give the question. So let us write the data. Here R is equal to 100 ohm. Okay. Standard deviation of R is 5 ohm. Sir, standard deviation 5 of 100, 5 out of 100, how much percentage? 5%. So therefore, I am converting this into percentage and I am keeping aside. Now, sir, what is the current? What is current? I is equal to 5 amperes. Okay, and then standard deviation of I they have given as 0.05. Sir, 0.05 is a dash percent of phi, 1%. So therefore, standard deviation of current is 1%. Clear? Now, we need to find out the standard deviation of power consumed. What is the procedure? Remember? Standard deviation of power is equal to. Before writing this, just write the formula and keep it with you. P equal to V into I. But voltage is not given. Which is given? I and R is given. So therefore, what we have to use now? P is equal to which formula? I square R formula. Okay. Sir, what is the I to the power? I to the power is 2 into. What is the I percentage error? 1%. So therefore, here 1, keep the percentage outside, square. What is the resistance to the power? 1. Okay. What is the resistance standard deviation error form? 5%. So therefore, what is it? 5 over here, square. Okay. Now, what is the answer? Root of 4 plus 25. So therefore, root 29%. Root 29%. So therefore, root 29%, you convert this, you will be getting 5 plus by 5 square is 25. Root 25 is 5, no, more than this means. So it will be more than 5.38%. It is also, what is it? NEAT model I gave you for clarity purpose, 5.38%. Right? Next one. Right. This is from, again, transducer. Guys, this is given for how many marks? Yes, it is 2 marks question. It is a 2 marks question. Okay. A venturi tube of throat, diameter is given and discharge coefficient 1.74 and with a flow rate of 2.2 meter cube per second is given. The pressure difference is 29 Newton per meter square is given. Determine the flow rate when orifice of 60 mm is used in the same pipe. Nothing but pipe details are given and orifice is also given, that is 60 mm. The discharge coefficient of orifice is 1.1 and pressure difference is same. So he is giving that pressure difference is same. Sir, if you are using the pressure difference is same formula, you will be getting Q orifice by which is given? Q venturi is given. No? Q orifice, Q venturi is equal to. Sir, as the pressure difference is same, from the formula, if we cancel that pressure difference, we are going to get Q orifice by Q venturi equal to, what will be there? C orifice by C venturi. C orifice by C venturi. So what he is asking finally? Q orifice is asking, no? Yes, Q orifice. So QO I am writing. So therefore, C orifice by C venturi into Q venturi. What is C orifice he has given? C orifice 1.1 and C venturi, that is C means discharge coefficient. What is it? 1.74 into Q venturi, what is it? Q is given as, yes, 2.2. If you simplify this, you will be getting 1.39. Of course, unit will be meter cube per second. Right? This is the answer, 1.39. Guys, in this also, if you are able to recollect the formula, thing is done. Yes or no? What will be there? Pressure difference is same. If the pressure difference is same, yes, it will be Q by Q equal to C by C notation. So therefore, if you substitute that, 1.39 meter cube per second. Right? Next question. It is also from transducers only. This is also given for yes, 2 marks model. Right? Now, calculate the thermoelectric sensitivity. So what they are asking? STH. Thermoelectric sensitivity they are asking of a device using bismuth and tellurium as the dissimilar metals. Of course, thermocouple, nothing but it is a dissimilar metal notation, and they are asking that find out the corresponding, which one? Thermoelectric sensitivity. Okay. Now, determine the maximum output voltage for a 200 degree centigrade pressure difference at room temperature at one junction, 200 degree centigrade. The sensitivity of bismuth is minus 72 millivolt per degree centigrade, and that of tellurium is 500 millivolt per degree centigrade. So what he is asking, simply finally maximum voltage, determine the maximum output voltage. Maximum output voltage. Clear? Now what is the formula? First of all, sensitivity of thermocouple, let us find. Sensitivity of thermocouple. What is the sensitivity of thermocouple according to the given data? Now tell me sensitivity formula. Remember sensitivity formula. Thermoelectric EMF is equal to, what is it? Output delta theta. Output delta theta by the corresponding temperature difference delta T. We can write like that. Okay, so this itself is output by notation. If you are taking that entire formula, we are having the corresponding thermoelectric EMF. What is it? Thermoelectric EMF is equal to corresponding temperature, corresponding theta, temperature square, etc. So T or theta, anything you take. So by taking that entire notation, we are going to have the, what is it? Sensitivity of the corresponding thermocouple. So sensitivity means output is voltage and corresponding input is temperature, volt per degree centigrade. So according to the given data, how can we get that entire value? That is what the first and foremost thing. So what is sensitivity? Simply he has given that one value 500 is given, and then this is given as 72 millivolt per degree centigrade. It is also given as millivolt per degree centigrade only. So therefore I am keeping aside. But it is given as minus. So therefore minus 72. If you are taking this, we will be getting answer as how much? Yes, 572. 572 corresponding unit. This is the sensitivity. But he is asking which value? Maximum output voltage also. This is not given the options, no need to worry. So what they are asking? Maximum output voltage. So how do you find out the maximum output voltage? Tell me. Output voltage will be equal to, output voltage is equal to, guys, here what we have? Voltage per degree centigrade is there. Voltage per degree centigrade is there, but we require only voltage. That is what the maximum output voltage. So what you have to do? Simply multiply with respect to the temperature. So what is the corresponding temperature? One junction is 200, other will be taken as 0 simply. So therefore what we can do now? Simply 572. Of course milli is there, so no issue. Millivolt is given, right? And into what is the value? 200. If you simplify this, you will be getting 114.4. You will be getting 114.4. This is the answer. Okay, so these are the questions from the corresponding IN paper pre-gate 2025. Pre-gate 2025 IN paper questions. Guys, from my subjects, that is measurement subject, 10 to 12 marks is the weightage, and then sensors and industrial instrumentation, right, 8 to 10 marks is the weightage, and missions approximately 3 to 4, sometimes 5 to 6 they are giving, approximately 3 to 4. So that's why being an instrumentation student, you should not neglect all this. So definitely you have to focus more on all these topics, especially your core subjects as well as scoring subjects. So kindly focus more on this. Clear, guys?
Now pre-gate maths questions I'll discuss for both electronics and communication engineering and electrical engineering. Question number 1 from calculus. Just observe this, the area of the region bounded by the parabola y minus 2 whole square equal to x minus 1, the tangent to the parabola at the point 2 comma 3 and x-axis, means we have to sketch the area occupying or bounded by y minus 2 whole square equal to x minus 1, and you have to draw a tangent to the parabola at the point 2 comma 3 that will touch x-axis at some point, and sketch the area bounded by x-axis and the parabola and the straight line. So first of all, rough diagram, let me draw rough diagram. Do you know this is y square equal to x parabola? This is y square equal to x parabola. If x is replaced by x minus 1, same parabola shifted 1 unit right. So observe this, y square equal to x minus 1. Y square equal to x minus 1 means same y square parabola is shifted just 1 unit right from its original position. This is y square equal to x minus 1 parabola. Because if x is replaced by x minus 1, the original parabola shifted 1 unit right from its original position. Similarly, if y is replaced by y minus 2, then its original parabola will be shifted up 2 units from its original position. If y replaced by y minus 2, if y replaced by y minus 2, the same parabola will be shifted up 2 units from its original position. This is the original position, same parabola shifted up 2 units from its original position. Same parabola shifted up 2 units. So this is y minus 2 whole square equal to x minus 1. This is y minus 2 whole square equal to x minus 1. So first of all, let me draw a tangent. Before this, first of all, what is the given parabola? Given parabola is y minus 2 whole square equal to x minus 1. First of all, you should know equation of the tangent. So to get equation of the tangent, first you have to find the slope. To get slope, differentiate both sides of this equation with respect to x. Y minus 2 whole square derivative 2 into y minus 2, and again y derivative with respect to x is dy by dx equal to x derivative with respect to x is 1. So this is, from this dy by dx is, from this dy by dx equal to 1 by 2 into y minus 2, because you have to draw a tangent to the parabola at the point 2 comma 3. Therefore, you need slope of the tangent. We require slope of the tangent at the point 2 comma 3. So slope of the tangent denoted by m, also denoted by dy by dx. So slope of the tangent required at the point 2 comma 3. So substitute x equal to 2, y equal to 3 there. Then it becomes 1 by 2 into y value 3, 3 minus 2, 1. So slope of the tangent is 1 by 2. What is the equation of the tangent? Because you have to draw the tangent to the parabola at the point 2 comma 3. Rough diagram I am saying, rough diagram, you want equation of the tangent to the parabola at the point 2 comma 3. At the point 2 comma 3. So equation of this tangent we have to find. This tangent is drawn to the parabola at the point 2 comma 3. So therefore equation of the tangent formula, y minus, here y coordinate, this is x1, this is y1, y minus y1, y1 value 3, y minus y1 equal to m, m means slope, that is 1 by 2 into x minus x1, x coordinate is 2, x coordinate is 2. So from this find x value or y value, so multiply both sides by 2, then it becomes 2y minus 6 equal to x minus 2. So from this find x value. So from this minus 2 will go this side. So x equal to 2y minus 6 plus 2. Minus 6 plus 2, that is minus 4. This is equation of the tangent to the parabola. So first of all, now we have to draw the diagram. rough diagram only. And draw a tangent to the parabola. Draw a tangent to the parabola at the point 2, 3. Tangent has been drawn to the parabola at the point 2, 3. To know this parabola where it touches x-axis, to know this tangent, this is equation of the tangent. To know where it touches x-axis, substitute y equal to 0. If I take y equal to 0, x value minus 4. So that means x value minus 4 on x-axis, y coordinate 0. I mean this parabola touches x-axis at minus 4, this tangent touches x-axis at minus 4, 0, that's fine. And to know this is the parabola, to know this parabola where it touches x-axis, to know your parabola where it touches x-axis, substitute y equal to 0. If you take y equal to 0, then 0 minus 2 whole square, 4 equal to x minus 1. So from that x equal to 5. So this parabola touches x-axis at 5. Now sketch the area. Sketch the area occupying by x-axis, tangent and parabola. This is the area occupying by x-axis and everything. This. Now what is the area formula? What is this parabola equation? Parabola equation, y minus 2 whole square equal to x minus 1. So from this, what is x value? Y minus 2 whole square plus 1. So that is x value. So what is the area formula? Now let us write. Area equal to integral a to b x dy. That is integral upper curve x value minus, right curve x value minus left curve x value. What is right side curve? Total shaded region, this is right side curve. Right side curve x value, y minus 2 whole square plus 1. Right side curve x value, y minus 2 whole square plus 1 minus left side curve x value. Left side curve means this is left side curve. What is this left side curve? Straight line. Tangent. Tangent is x equal to 2y, x equal to 2y minus 4. Area formula, right side curve x value, total shaded region right curve x value minus left curve x value. Minus of left curve x value, that is 2y minus 4 into dy. So we are integrating with respect to y, so we just need y limits. So here starting point y limit 0, ending point y limit 3. So y limits 0 to 3. So then we have to simplify this. Then you will get answer 3, 0 to 3, y minus 2 whole square, that is y square minus 4y plus 2 square, 4 plus 1, 5, minus into 2y minus into minus 4 plus 4 into dy. So from this integral 0 to 3, this is y square minus 4y minus 2y minus 6y plus y plus 5 plus 4, 9 into dy. This is equal to integral 0 to 3 y minus 3 whole square. Y minus 3 whole square. Dy I can write dy minus 3. Dy I can write dy minus 3 because d of 3, differential of 3, 0. Differential of 3, 0. Dy equal to dy minus k because differential of k 0. D into y dy, okay, derivative or differential of 3 will be 0. So I can write like this. This is y minus 3 whole square. So therefore treat it as t, integral t square dt, integral t square dt, that is t cube by 3. T cube by 3, that is y minus 3 whole cube divided by 3 between the limits 0 to 3. So replace, otherwise we can do like this. Otherwise we can simplify like this also. Instead of doing, then we can directly simplify. So integral y square dy, that is y cube by 3 minus 6y square by 2. 6y square by 2, that is 3y square plus 9y. Between the limits is 0 to 3. So replace y by upper limit 3, 3 cube 27, 27 by 3 9 minus 3 into 3 square 27 plus 9 into 3 27. So minus 27 plus 27 cancel, answer 9. Directly we can write. What is the purpose of directly writing y minus 3 whole square? We can directly getting the answer. It is 9. Now you observe which of the following statements it is MSQ, which of the following statement is true, or which of the following statements are true. It's a property. You should remember properties of rank of a matrix. As we all know, rank of A plus B less than or equal to rank A plus rank B, rank of A minus B greater than or equal to rank A minus rank B. So accordingly, options B and D are true. Next. You observe this question carefully. Two boxes contains 10 chips each. So first box has 10 chips numbered from 1 to 10. Second box will also have 10 chips numbered from 1 to 10. And one chip is drawn at random from each box. The probability that sum of the numbers drawn on the chips is greater than 4. So instead of doing sum of the numbers drawn on the chips is greater than 4, it is easy to calculate sum of the numbers on the chips drawn should be less than or equal to 4. So that's why let us assume A equal to sum is less than or equal to 4, because sum of the numbers on the drawn chips should be less than or equal to 4, I assume. So A complement means exact opposite meaning of less than 4. Exact opposite meaning of less than 4 is sum greater than 4. We were asked to find sum of the numbers on the drawn chips is greater than 4. Sum greater than 4. Probability of sum greater than 4 means we have to find P of A complement. P of A complement value 1 minus P of A. So before that, first look favor. So first you observe favorable cases or total cases. Total cases how many? Two boxes contains 10 chips each. So first box has, from the first box one chip is drawn. So 10C1, from the second box one chip is drawn, 10C1, 10C1 into 10C1, that is 10 into 10, 100. So favorable cases for A. Favorable cases for A, 6 cases, as you can see now. So favorable cases for A means favorable cases for sum of the dots on sum of the numbers on two chips is less than or equal to 4. So these are 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. First chip, first box 1, second box chip 1. So sum is less than or equal to 4. Sum is less than or equal to 4. Next. 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. These are the cases where sum is less than or equal to 4. Total how many cases? 6 cases. So probability of A equal to favorable cases 6, total cases 100. This is probability of A. Then actually we have to find P of A complement, no? So that is 1 minus P of A, that is 1 minus 6 by 100, that is 94 by 100, that is 0.94. That is 0.94, right? So it is a fill in the blank question. So answer 0.94. Next, you observe this. Consider the following system of linear equations. Consider the following system of linear equations. If the system has at least one solution, then what is the value of lambda? Do you know if the system of equations are consistent? Consistent means at least one solution. At least one solution meant for consistent. So for what value of lambda system of equations is consistent? Means for what value of lambda rank of AB equal to rank of A, that is to be shown, that is to be proved. So for that directly let us write augmented matrix. Augmented matrix AB equal to first equation XYZ coefficients first row 3 minus 1 4. 3 minus 1 4. Second equation XYZ coefficient second row 1 2 minus 3. Third equation XYZ coefficients third row 6 5 lambda. First equation right side 3, second equation right side minus 2, third equation right side minus 3. 3 minus 2 minus 3. Minus 2 minus 3. Reduce this augmented matrix AB to echelon form. So for that, we have to select the first row first element. Using the selected element, all elements below it must be made zeros with the help of row operations. Make these two numbers zeros using this number. That I can write 3R2 minus R1 and R3 minus 2R1. R3 minus 2R1. So the augmented matrix AB equal to first row no change 3 minus 1 4 3. 3 times of second row minus first row 3 into 1 3, 3 minus 3 0, 3 into 2 6, 6 plus 1 7, 3 into minus 3 minus 9, minus 4 minus 13, next minus 6 minus 3 minus 9, third row minus 2 times of first row, that is 6 minus 6 is 0, 5 minus 5 plus 2 7, lambda minus 8, lambda minus 8 minus 3 minus 6 minus 9. So once we make all elements below the first row first element as zeros, then go to the second row second element and select the second row second element if it is some non-zero number. Once it is selected, using the selected number only below elements are to be made zeros. Means make this number 0 using this number with the help of row operations, that is third row minus second row. Your row operation would be third row minus second row. So rewrite the augmented matrix AB now. So AB equal to 3 minus 1 4 3. 0 7 minus 13, 0 7 minus 13, I think minus 9. Yeah, fine. So third row minus second row 0 minus 0, 7 minus 7, 0 0, lambda minus 8 minus of minus 13, lambda minus 8 plus 13, 13 minus plus 13 minus 8 5. So lambda plus 5, 13 minus 8, next minus 9 minus 9, minus 9 minus of minus 9 plus 9 0. So this is the augmented matrix AB and it was reduced to echelon form. As you all know, from here to here matrix A, from here to here matrix B. This is matrix B. So for what values of lambda rank of A equal to rank of AB such that the system of equations to be consistent. If I take lambda equal to minus 5 here, minus 5 plus 5 0. So then this row will become 0 0 0. Then matrix A will contain only two non-zero rows. So rank of A 2. If I take lambda equal to minus 5 here, it is 0. Then matrix AB also contains two non-zero rows. So matrix A rank 2 and matrix AB rank 2 for lambda equal to minus 5. So rank of A equal to rank of AB for lambda equal to minus 5. For lambda equal to minus 5, Rank is denoted by this symbol which we read it as rho. Rho of A means rank of A. Rank of A equal to rank of AB. Therefore, system consistent. System consistent means system will have at least one solution. System has at least one solution for lambda equal to -5. Next, observe this. You are asked to find, look at this question. We were asked to find sum of the residues of the function f of z equal to z cube by z minus 2 into z minus 3. So, first denominator is to be equated to 0. Let me write the given function first. Given f of z equal to z square by z minus 2 into z minus 3. Denominator is equated to 0, whatever the z values we get, which are called singular points. If I take z equal to 2 in the numerator, 2 square, so 2 cube. If I take z in the numerator, that's fine. And observe, first of all, write the given function f of z equal to z cube by z minus 2 into z minus 3. Denominator is equated to 0, whatever the z values we get, which are called singular points. If I take z equal to 2 in the numerator becomes 2 cube, 8. That means a numerator not equal to 0 at z equal to 2. Therefore, z equal to 2 is a simple pole. In the similar manner, z equal to 3 is also a simple pole. So, these are the simple poles. Simple poles means pole of order 1. So, calculate the residue at each simple pole. So, I am calculating residue of f of z. I am calculating residue of f of z at the simple pole z equal to 2. Z equal to 2. This is equal to z equal to 2 simple pole obtained from this part of the function. Therefore, to get the residue at the simple pole z equal to 2, simply delete this part and put z equal to 2 in the remaining part. Whatever you get, that would be the residue at that simple pole. So, delete this part and substitute z equal to 2 in the remaining part. Then it becomes 2 cube by 2 minus 3, 2 cube 8, 8 by minus 1, that is minus 8. Similarly, let me calculate residue of f of z at the pole z equal to 3. To get the residue at the simple pole z equal to 3, z equal to 3 simple pole is obtained from this part of the function. So, to get residue at the simple pole, simply delete this part and put z equal to 3 in the remaining part. Whatever you get, that would be the residue at z equal to 3. Simply substitute z equal to 3 in the remaining part, then it becomes 3 by 3 minus 2. So, that is 27. So, we were asked to find sum of the residues. Sum of the residues is minus 8 plus 27, that would be 19. Sum of the residues is 19. It's a fill in the blank question. It's not fill in the blank question. MCQ option A, 19 is correct. Next, you observe this. Read out the question carefully. 3 persons ABC in order roll a fair die. The first one to roll an even number wins the game and the game is terminated after that. Assume that person A rolls the die first, the probability of A winning the game is. So, the question, it is a standard question. This model was given several times in the GATE exam. 3 people ABC are throwing a die in the order ABC. First A will throw, next B will throw, next C will throw. Again A will throw, B will throw, C will throw. ABC, ABC, ABC. So, 3 people ABC are throwing a die in the sequential order A first, B next, C next. I mean ABC, 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 so on, until one of them gets an even number on the die first. Whoever whoever first gets even number on the die first, that fellow can win the game. Assume that player A starts the game. Probability of player A winning the game is, it's a standard question, everyone should remember, and we have a derivation. It's probability of A winning the game. It is a standard question and answer is also standard. So that is P of A by 1 minus P of A complement whole cube. So 3 people know, that's why it is whole cube. Suppose 2 people, it is whole square. 4 people, it is whole power 4. Now first let me write probability of A winning the game, probability of A winning the game, probability of B winning the game, probability of C winning the game, same. Because whoever gets even number on the die first, that fellow can win the game. Probability of A winning the game means probability of A getting number 6 on the die. Probability of A getting number 6 on the die is 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of B winning the game is probability of B getting even number on the die, that is 3 by 6, 1 by 2. So similarly, P of A complement, P of B complement, P of C complement, this is also 1 minus 1 by 2. Now put this data there. Probability of A wins the game equal to, what is the formula? P of A, numerator. So P of A means 1 by 2 by 1 minus denominator P of A cube. P of A cube 1 minus A cube means 1 by 2, 1 by 2 whole cube, that is 1 by 8. So this is equal to 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 8, that is 7 by 8. So that is equal to 1 by 2 into 8 by 7, that is 4 by 7. So probability of A winning the game is 4 by 7. So probability of A winning the game is 4 by 7. Therefore option D is the right answer, 4 by 7. Now you look at the differential equation. If the differential equation, so you are asked to find complementary function and particular integral. So first of all, as you all people know, this is Cauchy-Euler. Cauchy-Euler is x square into d square y by dx square is replaced by d into d minus 1 into y, or theta into theta minus 1 into y, minus plus into minus minus x into dy by dx is capital D into y. X into dy by dx is capital D into y plus 5y equal to right side x. Right side x, as you all know, in this model, assumptions would be log x equal to t, so that x equal to e to the power of t. That is the assumption, as we all know. So therefore right side x is there. So x means e to the power of t. So y common factor d into d, d into d, d square, d into minus 1 minus d into y minus dy, minus 3 dy, minus 4 dy, y common, plus 5y, y common. So this equal to e to the power of t. So write the auxiliary equation in order to find the complementary function. Auxiliary equation d square minus 4d plus 5 equal to 0. Find the roots. This is a d equal to 4 plus minus square root of b square minus 4 whole square 16 minus 4 ac 20 divided by 2. So that is root minus 4. Root minus 4, I can write it as 4 plus or minus root minus 4 by 2. D equal to root minus 4 can be written as square root of 4i square. I square or j square? By 2. I square value minus 1 into 4 minus 4. So this is equal to 4 plus minus 2i divided by 2. Next to 4 by 2, that is 2. Plus minus 2i by 2, that is I. 2 plus or minus I. Roots are conjugate, complex conjugate, a plus or minus ib. A plus minus ib, then what would be the complementary function? Complementary function would be e power ax, a plus minus ib, e power ax 2x c1 cos b e power ax at, because capital D means d by dt in this model. C1 cos bx, b value 1, plus C2 sin bx, b value 1. X means t, because capital D is d by dt. So complementary function, this is x square, x equal to e power t, so that x square equal to e power t whole square, that is e power t into e power t, e power t into e power t, that is e power 2t. C1 cos, our assumption for t would be log x, plus C2 sin t means log x. Complementary function completed, x square into C1 cos log x plus C2 sin log x. Option A correct. The complementary function is x square into C1 cos log x plus C2 sin log x. So option A, as of now, option A correct. Now let us calculate particular integral as well. So pi equal to 1 by dependent variable y coefficient, that is d square minus 4d plus 5. D square minus 4d plus 5 into right side of the given differential equation t. So to solve type 1 particular integral, d should be replaced by 1 e power ax, a value 1, x means t. Replace d by 1, then it becomes 1 by 1 square minus 4 into 1 plus 5 into e power t. 1 plus 5, 6, 6 minus 4, 2. So 1 by 2 into e to the power of t. But what is our assumption for e power t? E power t is x by 2. So particular integral x by 2. So option B also correct. The particular integral is x by 2. So option B also correct. Option C wrong. The particular integral is 2x wrong. And option D is correct. The general solution is x square into C1 cos log x plus C2 sin log x. That is CF part, I mean complementary function part, and particular integral is x by 2. That's it. Therefore option D is also the right answer then. Next question and the last question then. So don't get confused, it's a printing mistake. X limits is 0 to 1, not x, see here, not x limits is 0 to 12. So little bit gap should be there. So x limits is 0 to 1, y limits x squared to 2 minus x, xy dy dx. Now let us solve this. The given question, let it be I. For my convenience, I would like to assume it as capital I means integral, where x limits is 0 to 1, y limits x squared to 2 minus x, xy dy dx. Order of integration first y and then x. So when you are integrating with respect to y, at that time y is only the variable, other variable x is kept constant. So x a constant, integral y dy, that is y square by 2 between the limits x squared to 2 minus x into dx. This two I will write it out. Therefore it is equal to integral 0 to 1 x by 2 into, replace y by upper limit 2 minus x whole square, minus replace y by lower limit x square whole square. Now into dx is there. I equal to integral 0 to 1 2 minus x whole square, that is 2 minus x whole square, that is 4 plus x square minus 4x, 4 plus x square minus 4x minus x square whole square, that is x to the power of 4 minus x square whole square, x power 4, 4 plus x square minus 4x, that's fine. Now take this x inside the bracket, 4x by 2 plus x by 2 into x square, that is x cube by 2, x into 4x, 4x square by 2, 4x square by 2, that is 2x square, minus x into x power 4, x power 5 by 2 into dx. X to the 4x integration, so 4x by 2, no, this is 2x. 4x by 2, that is 2x, x cube by 3 minus 2x square minus x power 5 by 2, that's fine. Integral 2x dx, x square, x cube integration x power 4 by 4, 4 3s are 12, minus 2x cube by 3 minus x power 6 by 6, 6 into 2, 12. Between the limits is 0 to 1, replace x by upper limit 1, then it is 1 plus 1 by 12 minus 2 by 3 minus 1 by 12. So fortunately, plus 1 by 12 minus 1 by 12 cancel each other, 1 minus 2 by 3. One minute. Integral 0 to 1, y limits x square to 2 minus x. So x into integral y square by 2, that is 2 minus x whole square minus x square whole square. So x by 2 into 2 minus x whole square, that is a 4 plus x square minus 4x square minus x power 4. So 4 by 4x by 2, that is 2x, x cube by 3, 2x square minus x power 5 by 2. 2x square by 2, 2x square by 2x square, x power 4 by 4, 12 minus 2x cube by 3 minus x power 6 by 12. Up to here is fine. Now this is equal to, this is equal to 1 plus 1 by 12 minus 2 by 3 minus 1 by 12. This cancel, 1 by 3. One by 3. Let's continue this and observe. So I equal to 1 by 2 into integral 0 to 1. Take this x, first of all, x into, what is this bracket? 2 minus x whole square. 2 minus x whole square is 4 plus x square minus 2x, sorry, 4 plus x square minus 4x, 4 plus x square minus 4x minus x power 4 into dx. So 1 by 2 into integral 0 to 1 x into, so take this x inside, then it is a 4x plus x cube minus 4x square minus x into x power 4, x power 5 dx. So this is equal to 1 by 2 into integral 4x dx, 4x square by 2, that is 2x square, x cube integration x power 4 by 4 minus 4 x square integration x cube by 3 minus x power 5 integration x power 6 by 6 between the limits 0 to 1. So replace x by upper limit 1, 2 into 1, 2 plus 1 by 4 minus 4 by 3 minus 1 by 6. So simplify that. This is equal to 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1, plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 4, 1 by 8 minus 2 by 3 minus 1 by 12. This is the integral value, and observe this is equal to 1 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3, plus LCM of 8 and 12, that is 24, 8 3s, 12 2s, So this is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 24, and LCM of 3 and 24, 1 by 3 can be written as 8 by 24 plus 1 by 24. I just wrote 1 by 3 as multiply and divide by 8. 8 ones 8 threes. 8 by 24 plus 1 by 24, that is 9 by 24. That is 3 threes, 3 eights. 3 by 8, I think 0.375. 3 by 8 answer, I think 0.375. That's it. That is the answer.
This is from logarithms part, right? If log base 9 into 3 log 2 1 plus log 3, so that is the expression that is being given, that is given as equal to half. Find the value of x. So if you have already learned the basics of this one, it looks like this: logarithm of n base a, if it is equal to x, that gives you n is equal to a power x. If logarithm of n base a is equal to x, then n is equal to a power x. This is the basic that you have to know, like logarithm of 100 base 10 is equal to 2. So this 100 will be equal to 10 square. 10 square is 100. That's the meaning of it. So that is the only logic that we are going to use over here. It's given for 1 mark. Let us see. So now if you are sending this 9 that side, logarithm of base 9 that side, that will give you 3 log base 2 into 1 plus log base 3 into 1 plus 2 log x base 2 is equal to, what will it give you? 9 to the power of 1 by 2. 9 to the power of 1 by 2 means that will be 3. Next, let's try to cancel out this 3 with this 3. I am left with 1. Now send this to that side, then I will be left with 1 plus logarithm of base 3 into 1 plus 2 logarithm of x base 2 is equal to, this 2 is there now, goes that side, will become 2 power 1, that is equal to 2. Throw this one that side, that will give you logarithm of base 3 into 1 plus 2 log x base 2 is equal to, 1 goes that side, 2 minus 1 is 1. Send this 3 that side, that will give you 1 plus 2 log x base 2 is equal to 3 power 1, that is nothing but 3. Send this one that side, that will give you 2 log x base 2 is equal to 3 minus 1, that will be 2. 2 gets cancelled, I am left with 1 over there. Now send this to that side, that will give you x is equal to 2 to the power of 1, that is equal to how much? 2, right? It should be option B. Next, this is related to a reasoning which is based on coding part. It is given that in a certain language, gate is written as LFYJ. Gate is written as LFYJ. So gate is written as LFYJ. So if you look at the codes of these particular letters, G is 7, A is 1, T is 20, E is 5. Similarly, L is 12, F is 6, Y is 25, J is 10. So if you observe the logic, here it is a fixed difference, that is plus 5 is there. So for the letter, if you are adding plus 5, you will get the corresponding letter over there. So for this one, HPCL, you do the same. HPCL, H is 8, P is 16, C is 3, L is 12. So plus 5 means it should be 13, this should be 21, this should be 8, this should be 17. So 13 means M, this 21 means U, this is H, 17 means Q. That should be M, U, H, Q. Hence it has to be option D. This is a very simple one. Let's have a look at 2 marks questions. This is a problem that is asked from geometry and mensuration. So ABCD is a square of sides 2 centimeter and also CP equal to 2 centimeter. What is the area of the triangle BCP? To find the area of this triangle BCP, I can simply go ahead like this. Area of the triangle BCP is equal to, from this BQP, from triangle BQP, remove the area of the triangle BQC. Area of the triangle BQC. Now, if you observe it carefully, this BQP area we can easily find because this is 90 degrees over here, because in a particular square, in any square I can say, the diagonals will bisect each other at right angles. That's why this is 90 degrees I can say. If this is 90 degrees, automatically this triangle BQP will become a right angle triangle. Right. Now going ahead with, so area of the triangle BQP is equal to half into product of the sides including right angle, half into product of the sides including right angle. Sides including right angle is BQ into the other one is QP, BQ into QP, minus area of triangle BQC is nothing but, so this is going to be a right isosceles triangle because these two sides are equal. Right isosceles triangle, or you can simply say right angle triangle because you are having a right angle here. Here also that will be area of that right isosceles triangle will be half into product of the sides including right angle I can say. If that is the case, BQ into QC. BQ into QC I can say. Now you need to estimate those values. BQ do you know? We don't know, we need to find. So we know that BD is equal to, this is the diagonal of the square, as the side is S, let us say. If the side is S, diagonal will be root 2 into S or S into root 2. So diagonal will be S into root 2, side is 2, S into root 2, 2 into root 2. And we know that this particular BQ is equal to half of BD. So half of BD means that will become root 2. Half of 2 root 2 gets cancelled, that will become root 2. So here BQ and QC are equal. BQ and QC are equal. And both are equal to what? Root 2. Why? This is the diagonal, this is also diagonal. This is half of diagonal BQ. Similarly, CQ will also be half of this diagonal AC. Right? That's why I am taking both are equal. Now going ahead with, so half into BQ. BQ value is how much dear? Root 2. QP, you have to be careful here. QP is nothing but QC plus CP. QP is equal to QC plus CP. QC is root 2. CP is 2. Right? So here it will be root 2 plus 2 minus half into root 2 into root 2. Half into root 2 into root 2. Right dear? Going ahead with now. So this gives you, you take out half here. Half if you take out, this is root 2 into root 2 will give you how much? 2. Plus root 2 into 2 will give you 2 root 2. Minus half has come out, root 2 into root 2 will give you 2. This gives you 2 gets cancelled, that is half of 2 root 2. Finally, it will give you how much? Root 2. So area of the triangle will be equal to root 2 square centimeters. Hence, it should be option D. Right? Next. This is from blood relations, reasoning part. PQRST and U are members of a family. One couple has parents and their children in the family. P is the son of R and T is the daughter of P. P is the son of R. P is the son of R. P is the son of R. And T is the daughter of P. T is the daughter of P. T is the daughter of P. S is the daughter of U. S is the daughter of U. And U is the mother of T. So U is the mother of T. U is the mother of T means, so it has to be the wife of P. U is the mother of T. And it is also given that S is the daughter of U. S is the daughter of U means U is having a daughter called S.
That means this S and T both are the children of the same parents, I can say. These two are married, that means these two are the children of the same parents. I can say T and S are siblings. Now the question is, how is S and T related to each? How is S and T related to each? Both are females and both are siblings. So female siblings are nothing but sisters. Hence it has to be option A. They did not give any information related to Q over here. Next, this is a simple one related to spatial aptitude part. If the paper is folded according to the given dots, then what is the view of the paper according to the given options? So if I am folding based on these dots over here, so as per these dots, if I am folding, so what will appear finally? Right dear? Now going ahead with, if I am folding to this dotted line towards this way, then what will happen? This S and S will together will become 8. So that part you need not even look at. Everywhere you are given 8 only over here. So there is no problem with that. Now going ahead with, when I am folding it this side, what will happen? This heart will coincide with this heart. That means left side only single will be there. So this entire heart will not be visible. And moreover, some people were saying, sir, if I fold it like this, what will happen? No problem. If you are folding it this way, this line has to be below this line. That means line should become right side. So that is not possible over here. This is also not possible. So I am left with only either A or C as my options. If you go ahead with A over here, so what is happening? So if I am folding this over here, this line will merge with this line. So like this, that means you are going to get a line which is which is there at the top of this part as well as at the bottom of this part, which is not happening over here. And moreover, one more hint is, when you are folding this B, when you are folding this one, so B appears like this, whereas B is appearing straight away as it is. That means this is also not possible. So the only possible answer is what? Option C. Straight away we can say that. Now going ahead with the last one from this. The given two pie charts shows the expenditure of two companies, Tej and Sunraj, which are 50 lakhs and 60 lakhs respectively. Now they have given the values in percentages. The question is, what is the difference between the expenditure on employees of company Sunraj to that of company Tej? So Sunraj, what is the money that is being spent on employees? On employees, they have spent 34%. And the total expenditure is 60 lakhs. So 34% of 60 lakhs is spent on employees in company Sunraj. Whereas in Tej, money spent is 28%, that is 28% of 50 lakhs. The question is, what is the difference between these two values? That's all. You just have to take 34% of 60 and 28% of 50. 28% of 50 is nothing but 14 lakhs. This is in lakhs dear. Whereas this one, so 34% of 60, I can see 28% of 50 can be treated as A% of B equal to B% of A. We know that logic. So 28% of 50 can be treated as 50% of 28, that is 14. Similarly, 34% of 60 can be treated as 60% of 34, that is easy to calculate. 60% of 34 is what? 50% of 34 is 17, 10% is 3.4. Together it is how much dear? 20.4. This is 20.4 lakh. Now the question is, what is the difference between these two? 20.4 lakh and 14 lakh. Difference is going to be 6.4 lakh. So I can say that is 6,40,000. Right? So these are the questions that are asked from numerical ability and a logical reasoning part. So English part will be dealt with by English faculty. Thank you.
Hi guys. Let's look at this 1 mark question. I think it is pretty simple. This is a conditional sentence. The moment you look at this one, you understand it's a conditional sentence, and you got a clue here in condition part. Obviously, this is V1, and immediately you should remember the rule. This is type 1 condition. Type 1 condition, if present form of the verb V1 or V1 plus S takes will plus V1. If past form would plus V1, you just have to remember this combination, right? Had plus V3 takes would have plus V3. So you got a clue here, and you are looking for will plus V1. Go through the choices. Would help, shall help, will, shall, can, may, Anything is possible. So, no, no. I think pretty straight. Type 1. Fine. Pick out the correct sentence. Again, you have a clue here, guys. What's the clue? It is good to starve. This is a clue. It is better to starve than beg. It is best to starve than. Comparison, comparatives. Positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. So, than is a preposition used in comparative degree, right? So, good, better, best, the best. So, obviously answer is this. It is better to starve than beg, comparative degree. Fine. Fill in the blank with an appropriate preposition. Fine. It comes under phrasal verb too. I thought I would drop dash on you while I was passing. Okay. Now, if you look at this phrasal verbs, guys, verb plus that particle we call preposition or adverb, it has a fixed meaning. Drop in, drop off, drop out, drop off. It's not a phrasal verb. Now, drop out. You might have heard college dropout, like suddenly coming out of a course or discontinue something, drop out. Drop off. Drop off is like getting into sleep. If you find classes boring, maybe you get dropped off. Now, drop in, to visit someone without any further notice, like I thought I would drop in on you, visit someone. So that's the right word to fill the blank. Fine. Let's look at this one passage. He is asking us to find out the passage is primarily concerned with. He is asking the main point of the passage. Go through this. In the days before the discovery of anesthetics, various methods were used to keep the patient quiet during an operation. One was to knock him senseless. During many operations, several strong assistants held the patient down while the surgeon did his best or worst. On the battlefield, the surgeon might have to amputate a soldier's leg. The stump was then plunged into a bucket of hot liquid tar, which stuck to the wound and stopped the bleeding. No wonder ordinary people hated hospitals and dreaded doctors. Okay. So he is actually talking about some kind of practices which were being made in the past. So why do you think he mentioned all this? To say what? Right? Go through the choices. Primarily concerned with problems of warfare. Warfare he mentioned, but that is only one of the angles, not the whole story. Fine. Then primarily concerned with amputation of limbs. Of course he mentioned this part, but the whole story is not again about amputation of limbs. Then history of medicine and surgery, put a question mark, we'll come back. And primary concern with techniques used to stop bleeding. Now, not only about this, right guys? This is only again some part of that. So obviously he is talking about history of medicine and surgery. Knock him senseless, all these things are supporting us. There are so many things which is talking about the history of medicine and surgery. I think that is the right answer.